or to our Pittsburgh Pirates franchise mode here on MLB The Show 23, episode number 25. Crazy to think that we've gotten so far. It's the 2030 offseason after yet another disgraceful postseason showing. So it is, as the title of the episode says, Scorched Earth. We are taking drastic measures and doing things that we weren't so sure about previously. When we made what we thought were big changes, we're getting even bigger. So if you're watching after we've already gone live, you can jump ahead to the 5-minute mark in the top left corner. But if you're joining us as we start getting going, we'll just take the time to start welcoming everybody into the stream. Slim, welcome to the stream, buddy. There he is. I was wondering how many messages it would take to get to the choke. The choke, baby. Gary to choke. Vinny, welcome to the stream, my friend. Oh boy, Gary. Yeah, Gary De Silva, definitely one of the big ones that we're looking at today. Because my manager gave me a ride home. Beautiful, Hobbsy. It was meant to be. Lovely timing. Great to have you in here. Yeah, this is the one time where I don't think I'll tell you to cry, Slim. I think I'm with you on this one. We'll cry together, and then we'll rejoice together. Yeah, but Kershaw won. Kershaw, I don't know if it works as well. I don't know if that works quite the same. I'm not crying. We're going to both rejoice together, Slim. We'll put it on the depth chart just to show everybody how we're looking at the moment. 98 overall, Gary De Silva there. Our ace. He's won, what, back-to-back NL Cy Youngs? Yeah, he probably should have won more rings. I'll give you that. We have good young pieces here. Kenny Robinson, Antonio Ramirez. But it's time to possibly, I don't know about getting younger, probably just because a lot of our good players are so old. I wouldn't say we're getting younger in the sense that we're getting like all youth. Just put up the Excel sheet here. We'll refresh, Hobbsy. We'll refresh. If we are doing a Gary De Silva trade, it won't be until the start of next season, which means the end of this episode. Because if we trade Gary De Silva, it would have to be for big pieces, and a lot of those big pieces aren't signed yet. A lot of those big prospects aren't signed right now, and you can't trade for players who are unsigned. So if we were to trade Gary De Silva, it will not be at the beginning of the offseason, I'll tell you that. We still have a lot to think about. We'll see where we are by the time we get towards the end of the offseason. Let me pull up the numbers here on Gary De Silva. Gary. Yeah, so Gary De Silva back. No, not back. He's won 3 of the last 4 NL Cy Youngs. 3 of the last 4. That's true. We're keeping him because he gets on Slim's nerves. That's a very valid reason to keep him. That is a very valid reason to keep him. Our rotation is solid, though, I gotta say. Our rotation is solid. Just doing the last few things, as always. Hopefully it won't take too much trouble tonight with the internet on all that. Big snowstorm coming to Quebec. So hopefully it won't be a major issue for the internet or anything like that. Dotting the I's and crossing the T's for the last few things here. Dabrowskiego! Let's go, Fraudner Fridays! AKA now Pirates 2. I don't know what we're going to call it. Something Tuesdays. Anyone with a T over here that I see in the lineup? Tyson in the right field. Tristan Cassis. Timmy Lincoln, Tristan Tuesdays. So yeah, into the month of January, we'll be doing Pirates on Tuesdays. Tomorrow, of course, tomorrow Tuesdays. We'll be doing Pirates on Tuesdays and Starfleet NHL 24 franchise mode on Thursdays, at least for this month. I'll see. I'm getting laser eye surgery, I'd mentioned in the Discord server, towards the end of this month, so I may affect some live streams, but I'll have enough recorded content to carry us through. It's not that bad, just constant snow and switching to rain. No, Hobbs, you can't tell me that. I don't want to go to work. You can't tell me that. Welcome aboard, Dexter. You can't tell me that. What am I looking for here? Last couple things. Transfer over what game are you playing? So we are going to be moving into the 2030 offseason with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to recap where we are in the series itself. And I know a lot of us are joining. It's been since the new year. It's episode 25. A lot of people may not be totally caught up to date. So I'll just give you a quick update as we're about to start. Not be nitpicking, but you forget the S on season in your live stream title. Offseason. Off-season. Thank you, Vinny. I will fix that. That's not picky at all. I appreciate you saying so. Not the off-season. Snowing right there as well. Yeah, the snow started as whenever this stream is over, I will go outside and shovel. No, what do you mean? What do you mean, Slim? Refresh. That must be a problem on your side of things. I don't know what you're talking about. Just send out the tweet and then we'll get started. Sorry, I'm 30 seconds late. But we'll get started now. Wii Sports, of course, against Lieutenant Desora. Yes, yes, yes. From now on, I think we're gonna have to say all donations moving forward are going towards the wedding fund here now. From now on, I think, or the Wii Sports Fund. We said we were calling it in the Discord server. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are to pick up on the 2030 off season. We're coming off of yet another postseason choke as we fell apart in year number 8. Then we're going to be moving into year number 9 after this season. So through our 8 years with the Pirates so far, we made the postseason the last 7 years in a row. We've won the NL Central 5 out of 8 years and 5 out of 7 years making the postseason. But the last 4 years in a row, we have lost in the NLDS. 4 years in a row. And when you put our combined record together in the postseason over the last 7 postseason berths, we have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 4, 10, 14, 18, 22, 25. We are 10 and 25 in the last 35 postseason games as a team that has consistently won between like 86 and 111 games, always in that like 90 plus ish range. We won 100 games last season, but we continue to fall apart. The PS6 fund, yes, that's true. The PS6 fund has to be added to as well. We have a lot of funds to work on here, so it's ridiculous how we've had so many issues in the postseason sim. Just the slow sim seems to hate us, I guess. I don't know. We quick manage the postseason. Is that why? So we've won Silver Sluggers like every year. We've won Gold Gloves most years. Gary Da Silva has won 3 of the last NL Cy Youngs. We've won a couple of NL batting titles, Rookies of the Years, MVPs, Hank Aaron Awards. Yet we still cannot get past the NLCS. We have 0 World Series appearances in all that time. That Connor Bedard hit. Honestly, I don't think I remember seeing it. I know that's crazy to say, but I don't think I saw the highlights that day. I'd only heard about it. Don't worry about it. Dom, salut mon ami, bienvenue. Doing very well, thank you. Glad to have you on board. So that being said, we had big changes in the last one. Mackenzie saying data excited for the January schedule. Fingers crossed for a big snow and big wedding donations. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mackenzie. So that being said, we made some big changes last off season, but now as this episode is entitled, it's time for Scorched Earth. We're going all in. We're making major changes. I don't know if we have to spend heavy in free agency, make some crazy trades, but at this point, we're close to getting fired, right? So we can't go ahead and just keep playing it with the same squad. As good as the squad has been in the regular season, we cannot keep rolling with this squad. We got to do something about it, right? Yeah, I think that was what I had seen mostly, Hobbsy. Just not a bad hit, just an unfortunate outcome. So when we move into this off season, our exclusive free agents here, not too many to take care of the, there's a few that we got to think about for sure. Moncada, we had picked him up closer to the deadline, not closer to the deadline, maybe more around the halfway point or something, and he was looking fantastic, but we couldn't use him in the postseason as he was injured. So his injury kept him out. We got him at like an 83. He jumped up to an 89. He loves being here. But I don't know if we can afford Moncada to stay in this lineup if he's going to be wanting 13, 14, 15 million. Send everybody in your channel a way to send you a wedding card. That would be something. We could do. Maybe when we get closer, we get something like that together. That would be fun, Dexter. That really would be something. There's a lot of things we got to start doing, merch and all that, as the channel continues to grow. Hunter Brown last year, 88 overall starting pitcher. He was okay for the money that we were paying him, but now he wants a big deal or a bigger deal, and we can't afford that as well. I don't think he was an 89 when we traded for him. He was an 89 as soon as he got to the team. But I don't think he was 89. Jonathan Hernandez, incredible season, but he was horrible in the postseason. He had a 1.29 ERA and .98 WHIP through 56 innings pitched. You're sure? Are you saying that off memory, or you went back to look? So Jonathan Hernandez, I don't know if we want to be signing him. Felix Bautista, we have a new closing pitcher now. He moved from closer to setup man here. Oh, well, appreciate that, Dexter. We'll keep that in mind. No, morale doesn't exist, but it does in the background. It does in the background, Slim. If you look at, can you see it here? No, you can't. But when you go to, actually, when I go to contract negotiations, yeah, you see? Role, star, team quality, contender, all those happy faces and all that. So the team that he was on was not a contender. Maybe he didn't have any compatriots. Maybe it wasn't a good role that he was in. I'm pretty sure he jumped an overall when we got him. But even if he didn't, just to say he's an 89 overall. So Bautista, we probably let him walk, as I don't think we want to just throw $6 million on a setup guy who's going to continue to go down. Bryan Reynolds is the tough one because he is Mr. Pittsburgh Pirates. He's been here his entire career, over 1,600 games played. He's at, 289 home runs, almost 1,000 RBI. He still bat .301 this past year. He was still very serviceable. His WAR was still, 5.8, not the 8s and the 7s that it used to be, but he's still a valuable player for us in the outfield, and he is pretty much the captain of this team. But he'd be wanting 16, 14 million. That's a lot of money, I have to say. That's a lot of money. Josh Rojas has been the hero of this series. A random, maybe not a random, but like just a toss-in for a trade. We weren't expecting him to become anything, and he has won batting titles. He has been Mr. 300. He's spent years now here in Pittsburgh. It's been at least 5 full seasons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full, 6.5 years that he's been with the Pirates, and every year has been amazing. This past year, a bit of a dip at batting .276, but still, when you look at the WAR, although it's dropped, he still has a lot of value. A 2.9 he had this past year. So I want to keep Rojas as well, but 10 million, that's a lot of money for these older guys who might even be in a platoon role this year. And Nestor Cortes Jr., we're going to let him walk. He was very good. He was a free agent pickup to be in the 5 spot in our rotation. I was happy to have him, but I don't have that extra 8.8 to keep him on board. So those are the free agents. We got to think about new hitting coach, third base coach, farm director. Boy, there's a lot to do this offseason. So hitting coach, first and foremost. Let's try and get someone who's not going to give us too many negatives here. Drag bunting. Contact and power with drag bunting. Alexander Small might be good, but he's 70, so he might retire soon. Discipline, power, actually, this guy's probably good. Peter Crosby. Yeah. Peter Crosby. Let's do it. These guys never want to sign, so you always got to give them tons of money, I guess. 3 years, $6 million. We'll get him on board, hopefully. So I'll give him $3 million per year to be the hitting coach. Crosby, that's true, Crosby to Pittsburgh. Good catch. Third base coach, Kevin Nathan. Let's do this. A little stealing as well. Help out in the speed. Why not? 3 years, 4.5. There you go. And finally, farm director. Solomon Lincoln. Great. We spend too much time on this from year to year. Solomon Lincoln, 3 years, $5 million. Let's just spend some money there. It's too much of a process. All right, so free agent negotiations. Nestor Cortes Jr., we will let him walk. A lot of these guys we can give some qualifying offers to. Like Hunter Brown, if he wants what? He wants 10.5. It's not the worst contract, actually, as an 88 overall pitcher, but his numbers have not been crazy. They've been consistent, just above 4 ERA, 1.5 whip, I don't know, 2.3 WAR, 9.59 Ks per 9. I don't know if he has convinced me enough to say I want to give him that money. Jonathan Hernandez, what a season he had, but he was horrible in the postseason. Is that enough for us to say we're moving on from him after a 1.29 ERA season? 2 full years with us now, over 100 innings pitched. Data, would you put baseball players in your Hall of Fame? Yes, I would. In the Data 782 Hall of Fame? Yes, absolutely. Is my Rockies franchise who acquired you his effort for your team in my personal Hall of Fame. Huge congratulations. But thank you, James. Appreciate that. Yes, I should add baseball, MLB franchises to the next ballot, which will probably be maybe in February. Probably our next ballot sometime in February or March. Yeah, sometime in the early 2024 here. So I think we give Jonathan Hernandez a contract as disappointing as he was. But he wants a lot of money. He's 34. If we go, he's not even our closer. Bullpen, how much would he cost to keep, right? Ooh, he would cost we're talking over 10 million. He's a good relief pitcher though, 87 overall, but he'd cost over 10 million. Felix Bautista, we're going to let him walk. Bryan Reynolds. Man, Bryan Reynolds. Is it crazy to say revamp the entire team? No, it's not. That's why I got to hold myself to what I said. Scorched earth. It's just that Reynolds and Rojas are two of the really big ones. So Cortes Jr. is gone. Bautista's gone. I think Hunter Brown has to be gone as well. And it comes down to in my opinion, in the exclusive free agents here, it comes down to Moncada, Hernandez, Reynolds, and Rojas. Rojas is probably the most affordable, plus personally probably my favorite storyline. So I'll give him the 3 years to boost his interest. We'll call him every day, and we'll hope he does play every day. We'll bring the contract down. 3 years, $24 million, $8 million per year on Rojas, who is just getting paid what? I don't remember, but he was getting paid big money as well. So if we give Rojas 3 years, $8 million, we have what? Available budget's 51.37, but we have money moving out likely as well. Brian Reynolds is a tough one. If I tell him he's going to be a platoon guy, would he be every day in the outfield? I don't know. That's it. Mentally, I agree. That's why I would love to keep them, but not have them have to play in the same roles that they were. If we can keep Reynolds as a platoon guy, that's great. But for 1 year platoon, it's going to cost us close to $20 million. So I don't know if we have that kind of money. We could always sign and figure out later. That's not a bad idea either. Sign and figure out later type of thing. So we can call him every day. Maybe he'll go platoon later on. We can go 2 years, I guess. I guess we'll call him every day. O'Neal Cruz off the team. We'll think about that for sure. $31 million for 2 years, 15.5 per year. It's a lot. I don't know if we can keep him, but I will sign him just to say that we have him. And then from there, I don't know if we can keep him though. Same for Hernandez. So I don't want to cheese the system and sign and trade everybody. If we know we're letting them walk, I'm going to let them walk. So Brown, Bautista, and Cortez Jr. But I'd like to at least sign Rojas, Reynolds, Hernandez, and Moncada and figure it out later. Could be every day, but not outfield. That's true. Could put him at DH perhaps even. So Moncada, man, great power against lefties, but he is 35 as well. I think he's a sign and figure out later type of guy because he was very good when we had him. I don't know if we can afford to keep him, but we'll sign and figure it out later. We'll call him every day, and we'll offer him... I don't want to tell him he's a star because he's not. I'll offer you $27.5 million, $13.8 per year. It's a lot of money. That's right there. That's already $37 million in pending offers. So we're definitely going to be not able... I don't think we're going to be able to keep all these guys who we sign, but let's see who signs and go from there. Same for Jonathan Hernandez here. I think 2 years is best, but he's not the closer. I'm not going to lie to him here. He's not the closer. I can't totally lie to somebody. So what do you want here? You want good money. You want really good money. $22 million. If we give him that 3rd year, it might help us though. So let's give him that 3rd year. Let's go 10 million instead of 11 million per year. To do a no trade clause that would make the games. Agreed. So go 3 years, 30 million on him. That's pretty much all of our money there. So, and I agree with you, Hobbsy. I agree with you. It's just we have to figure if I don't know who's going to be there in free agency. That's the thing with exclusive free agents. I don't disagree. Landon, welcome aboard, buddy. It's just we'll sign and figure out. Us signing these 4 players does not mean we're keeping these 4 players because then that's already all of our money in free agency. So we'll make some big-ish changes by saying Brown, Bautista, and Cortez Jr. out. But I don't think we can keep all 4 of these guys we just signed either. Just because they're exclusive free agents, we can't see anything else yet. We have to kind of sign and figure out. So advance 2 days. I don't think they could sign. Yeah, it's true. They could sign. Staff didn't tell us anything yet. That's another day. Solomon Lincoln going to the Cardinals. Great. Stop simulating. Kevin Nathan going to the Yankees. Great. So how much money do you have to offer these guys? It's ridiculous. Come on. You at least have the best offer to Peter Crosby right now. No one wants to come to Pittsburgh? Come on. Drag bunting is down. $21.4 million for 4 years? What? He's getting offered 21 point... Hold on, let me just see that. He's getting offered $21.4 million? That's incredible. 5.3 per year. I guess that's like 3 years, 16, but still, that's a lot of money for a manager. What am I even looking at here? The hitting coach? Yeah, hitting coach. So we're waiting on Peter Crosby for hitting coach. Let's look at third base coach and I guess look at Paul Leach. Yeah, why not? Paul Leach, 64. That's it. Yeah, what about Corey Seager? What about him? Too much money, probably. 3.5. Still has a lot of value, eh? Okay, we'll do that. 3.25 for 3 years. His name? You like his name? Glad you like it. Yeah, he got re-signed by his team. No, he's not. Oh, I thought he got re-signed. Ah, okay, we'll see. Anybody else who's A? Not even, huh? This guy, pitching clutch. Actually, no, the hitting coach. Peter Crosby would lower our pitching clutch. That's not good. But there's no one who's perfect, I guess. This guy's A. Arm strength, arm accuracy. We don't care about those things, really, though. Okay, we'll see in a second. Man, nobody's good. Nobody's good. Plate vision. Stamina, pitching clutch, arm accuracy. Don't care about those things. Why does everybody want this guy? +3 speed. Okay, let's go back to the top and just sign whoever. Pete Walker. It's true, eh? I don't catch a lot of these real names, I guess. Farm director. Blocking. Okay, David Siegel. What are people offering him? 4.8 for 4 years is the best offer. So I'll offer you 5.2 for 4 years. Come on, David. Advance, advance, advance. No. Still nobody signed on, so I guess we'll just wait. These guys didn't sign either. Do I have to sign them to qualify? No, I'm not going to sign them. We're going to let fate decide. They don't want to sign, then don't sign. We're going to let fate decide on them. Corey Seager exercises contract option. That's what happened. Okay, advance another day, and then Peter Crosby to the Rangers. Okay, I don't care. David Siegel's on the Pirates at least. That's great. I'm not even going to look at the managers then. Do we have one at least? Where coach contracts? We have a farm director at least. Third base and hitting coach we don't have. Let the game fill it for me, or is that going to be too much of a risk? Oh my goodness. Okay. Clutch, drag bunt, power, whatever. Power and clutch is good enough, I suppose, for me to be interested. 4.5 for 3 years. He exercised his option, Slim. We can't get him. Tommy Lasorda. We get Tommy Lasorda. Why not? Back with Texas. 3.5. Okay, there we go. Okay, so arbitration we can do with Ramirez. Tender contracts, we can see a few of these players for sure. Oh man, it's going to be tough with the money situation. Wow, a lot of big names out here as well. I'm not looking at that right now, Slim. Budget. So we're currently with 50 million budget, but a lot of players who haven't signed yet. Gary De Silva moving out would clear up 29.4 million. I have to look at more probably at the roster this way. So starting pitchers, even relief pitchers. Krinchik's getting paid how much? 5.5 million. He wasn't great this past year. Maybe Krinchik moves out so that we can keep Hernandez type of thing. Burke was very good. He's getting paid big money at 9.4 million. Maybe we can move out Krinchik to free up a little money there. Starting pitchers, we know De Silva's making his money. Hernandez is going to need big money soon. Priester's going to need big money soon. Enriquez, Malone, they're all renewable. Man, there's so many different things we can think about here. Burke choked a little bit in the postseason, yeah, but who are the free agents available, I wonder, at the relief pitcher spot here? Hernandez, the top one. There he is. So, Munoz. Anyone else? Ooh, Clark Schmidt, crazy. 0.66 ERA. Phew. He really stands out according to the numbers. Yeah, no one else even close to 0.66. So Clark Schmidt is 35 now. He's getting offered 1 year, 7.3 million. We could move out Krinchik and bring in Schmidt. And do we pass on Hernandez? Do we say forget Hernandez, let's get Schmidt and trade for another relief pitcher maybe? Two big guys to go with. Because we also lost Batista. We got to have good relief pitchers here. We can't move on from everybody. So Schmidt and another would be great probably if we go after them. So 3.35 from Caleb Ferguson, former Pirate Caleb Ferguson, who fell apart. Aaron Ashby, 2.98 this past year. Getting a lefty in there would probably be good. Chet Murray, 2.83 ERA. Chet Murray, getting offered 3 years, 13.2. So it would probably be like a something like this type of deal. 4.6. That wouldn't be a bad deal for Chet Murray here. Man, there's a lot of different things that we can think about. Because a trade right now for Gary DeSilva wouldn't be great. I think Murray is a guy. Because just the players who got offered to us wouldn't be as interesting as later on in the year when there's... Like, especially if I say prospects, there won't be that many prospects that even get... Yeah, no trades are even found because so many prospects are unsigned. That's the problem. So if we look at salary arbitration, Alex Ramirez, yes, in the outfield. Bat 245 this past year. What does he want? What does he want? We could do 1 or 2 years, keep him in arbitration. Yeah, let's do 1 year. I don't know if I can call him every day just yet. We'll call him 1 year platoon. 1 year platoon and offer him 4.3, 4.4. 1 year 4.4 for Ramirez. I don't know how much he'll play, but he's solid defensively. Yeah, for sure. Just that I would want a deal to include at least a prospect. That's why Corbin Carroll will always be there. I want to wait until there's more prospects included as well. So Alex Ramirez can get... I want him to play. I guess I'll call him every day then. I'll call him every day. I want him to be every day. I would like him to be an everyday player. So 1 year, 4.2 million. Let's see what he says to that. Or we just go to arbitration, but we'll start with a fair offer, I think. Ramirez is renewable. We can still offer him 780K though, so we'll do that. We'll keep him as the closer and offer him... Oh, we can go even lower. That's great. This is going to help us out very much. Let's go 1 year. Let's even go to 100K to be a bit more fair. 1 year, 100K on him. Kenny Robinson still wants cheap money for 1 year at a time. So yeah, that's exactly... We'll call him a star. 86 overall, solid contact. We should call him a star. 5-tool player, baby. Let's go a 1 year, 100K on Kenny Robinson as well. Andreas Enriquez, last year's first season, 5.16 ERA. And Brennan Malone, 5.02 ERA. I don't know, like maybe we move one, like we'll sign them both just to have their value. Maybe we trade one of these starting pitchers, right? Enriquez, so we're just keeping a lot of these guys renewable. Ace, you serious? Ace, 84 overall, 85 overall, excuse me, he wants to be the ace. 5-tool, baby. Okay, 1 year, going lower on him. You want to be the ace? Here's 80K. 1 year, 80K on him. Brennan Malone, yeah, like what does he want? He wants FA. We can do 15 years at 2 million, 2 point, whatever per year. Same thing. We'll call him rotation, but we'll see what actually happens there. This is like the calm before the storm because we have some big decisions looming. We'll call it 80K. Carmine Franco, sorry. He pitched 52 innings and had good numbers when we called him up in September. So, yeah, I definitely want to have him in here. We'll go 1 year. We'll call him rotation? I don't know. We're going to call him depth for now. Let's not kid ourselves, Carmine. There we go. 1 year, 50K. Santana's another guy who could be seeing the rotation. Farron should be playing minutes, in the MLB. Probably Todd Farron. Yep. We have some good youth who's going to be coming up this year. We have good players who are going to be wanting to fight for spots. Let's go up here. Yeah, some starters can go in the bullpen as well. Absolutely. Velasquez, no, I'm going to call you depth. I'm not going to lie to you. So live last night with the Cutter Gauthier breaking news, live tonight with MLB, and live the day after tomorrow, night after tomorrow with Starfleet. 3 live streams this week it'll end up being, with the Canucks coming on Saturday, I believe I said it was. Corey Logan, how old is he now? 23. Come on, Corey. Sean Cameron, these guys always want... I don't know why they ask for so much money when they're willing to accept 50K. Ooh. 70K, there you go. Really crazy about Cutter Gauthier. I wonder if more will come out on that. I don't know if anyone's heard anything else, really. Unless something breaks tomorrow, that's true. A little Trevor Zegras trade coming soon, maybe. Philip Kershaw. Kershaw never really grew. I want him to grow. Yeah? Kel McCarr would snap your ankles like pretzels, buddy. Let's go to Fuentes. There you go. Actually, no. He wants 100, eh? And then they ask for 90, but they're not even interested by 90. So... makes me laugh. Come a bit more. Calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. Calm before the storm. 40K. Now here come the easy ones. Bang. Ooh. Niedermeyer would disown him. Bing, bang, bong. All the 80Ks. 70K. Come on. Follow me, controller. There you go. There you go. Everybody gets signed. So now we have more pending offers than money even available right now. So that's why somebody has to move. Somebody's got to move. I don't think we can keep all those guys. Moncada or Reynolds or I don't know. Somebody's got to move. Let's look at the depth chart again and see who's most affordable or most expendable, sorry. Yeah, they eat you for breakfast, Slim. Your tears go in their cereal. You didn't know that? Andres Alvarez. Who's this again? 34. Withdraw offers. Withdraw from him. There's always the longest part of the offseason. But we're almost there. Bubba Chandler. Peter Chow. Kurt Guzman. Billy Sanchez. A lot of B's and A potential guys here. Timmy Lincoln. Greg Hendrickson. Okay. Abraham Escobar. 28. Let him walk. Escoto. We need a shortstop, I suppose. Arrington's 27. We'll let him walk at this point. He's already top 5. How about that? Does that shock you? He's already top 3. Aaron Luke and Christian Martin. Okay, great. That's all done. All right, so there's tender contracts. We did arbitration potentially for Ramirez. We sent him an offer. We'll select the 40-man later on as well. We have a lot of room on the 40-man. And when it comes to free agency, we have to see, like I said, who's the most expendable. If you look at third base, we don't have anybody there. So that's why Moncada is a bit more valuable. Do we want him everyday third base, though? Rojas could be everyday third base. Tamar Johnson is second or shortstop. So O'Neal Cruz could play third. The arm accuracy, the arm strength is 97, but the accuracy is low. He's actually had a lot of errors. So I would think that if we're saying scorched earth, O'Neal Cruz may be a trade candidate this season. He's coming off of 30 home runs, which is really good. A 291 batting average, which is his best in a few years. And his WAR this last year is a 3.5 as well. I gotta say, when we want to improve our defense a little bit, O'Neal Cruz has not been helping us. He's been very good offensively, 6'7", big guy, able to play shortstop and third base. But if we move out O'Neal Cruz, we have Tamar Johnson play shortstop full-time with his defense. He plays shortstop. Robinson plays second base. We just need someone for third base. Then it could be Vaughn Grissom, correct? Yeah, Vaughn Grissom could play third, but even him, I don't like the defense as much. But at the same time, $9 million for that value is, there's value just in that. Whereas the 0.4 WAR this past year, Vaughn Grissom wasn't great, but he was incredible in the postseason actually. So I'd be more inclined to give Vaughn Grissom a chance and figure it out from there. And then we say let's move O'Neal Cruz in the outfield. Right, of course, Hobbsy. We have Isbell in the outfield, who is getting older. We'd have Ramirez in the outfield, probably Todd Farron in the outfield. Franmil Reyes could be a guy that we move though. I think Reyes and O'Neal Cruz could be two big guys that we move in this first deal, and then we think about making more deals later on. So Franmil Reyes and O'Neal Cruz, if we're willing to move them, what could an idea of a trade look like? If we say O'Neal Cruz, who we would want to keep, but gotta do something out here, and Franmil Reyes, if we make that deal, we signed Reyes knowing that this would happen. If we say what's being offered to us, Luis Arraez, I prefer an outfielder, by the way, Thurman Bart, Grayson Rodriguez, not much here. Wander Franco, who's imprisoned. Alec Thomas, Benny Montgomery, Dylan Carlson from the Twins. Let's keep him in mind. Dylan Carlson on the Twins. Marcelo Mayer on the Astros. That's a good piece right there. 88 overall. Corey Seager being offered. There you go, Slim. He's an 85 overall. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Jesus Sanchez on the Mets. Interesting. Jesus Sanchez, so Twins and Mets seem to be the most interesting. Josh Hader there. Even Valera on the Phillies. So, what do we say? Mets, Phillies, and Twins. Mets, Phillies, Twins. Mets, Phillies, Twins. I'm just looking at outfielders. No, Mets, Phillies, Twins. Yes, we will. Mets, even the Dodgers here. Jake Fraley, Willie Adames, and Jose Barrios. Woof. Woof. Even Miguel Vargas. Woo, 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 woo. Dodgers have an interesting offer for us there. Wow. CJ Abrams at a 90 overall. Wow. Okay, first I just want to see CJ Abrams. What's he up to? He has good arm strength, not as much on the accuracy. Yeah, okay, just wanted to see that quickly. So, okay, let's go look at the Twins. Twins were first. Twins were offering us a package that included Dylan Carlson. Dylan Carlson, very good in the outfield. Fielding, arm accuracy, 99 plus 1. That's crazy. Plus, he bat 288 last year. Whoa. Dylan Carlson is my early front runner. Wow, wow, wow. Dylan Carlson would be a very good help for the outfield, making $10.9 million. Oh, but it will be a bit more over the next couple of years. Keep that in mind. So keep the money in mind. That's also going to go into the equation. That's the Twins. Their package included more, but there's the outfielder. Jesus Sanchez, similar contract, but for 2 years. Bat 293 this year, and actually still also very good in the outfield. Very good in the outfield as well. So Jesus Sanchez might have the slight edge, being a bit younger and signed for 1 year less, and just being, even a bit better on the offense while also being strong on the outfielding. So Jesus Sanchez is a good one there. Okay, let me go back then. With the Twins. Sorry, Twins. Carlson, then show me the deal. It was... I don't see Stott. Maybe, let me go back and look. Where was Stott again? Stott. Here, Bryson Stott. So he has good defensive numbers as well. He bat 275 this past year, 237 the year prior. What's the WAR look like? Always curious to see the WAR. 4.5 WAR this past season. So Bryson Stott does look good. I'll give him that. Oh, that's a lot of money, though. That's a lot of money. We're trying to move out money. We'd be taking back more, wouldn't we? Yeah, the money. Yeah. I hear you. So there's the Twins. They're the Mets. What were the Phillies were offering us? Who was it? It was Valera. George Valera. Not bad numbers in the outfield. Bat 289 this past year with 38 home runs. And the money is affordable as well. So George Valera, I wouldn't say that's a no for George Valera. Mets offer was good as well, but George Valera looks good on the Phillies. And then the last interesting offer came from the Dodgers. That was an interesting package that included Willie Adames at bat 298 this past year, making $7.7 million. Not bad. It's front loaded, excuse me, so it'll get cheaper as time goes on. Which one do you like there, Brian? Or Brain Game, excuse me. Which one did you like there? The Mets one? So William Adames is not bad. Sorry. What were they offering us again? Fraley and Pasquantino. Even, I think Barrios was a part of it, potentially. You like the Mets one? Yeah. Jose Barrios, 4.21 ERA this past year. Yeah, big waste of his career. I hear you. That was Barrios. Who else was being offered to us? Jake Fraley, batting 296, making $7.7 million. Yeah, these are not bad offers. But I don't know if I want to get another infielder. I want purely just outfielders. So what if we try to create our own deal as well? So keep all those deals in mind. I think the Mets have the front-running one, with the Twins coming in second. But if we look at the player search, and we just look at, let's say, primary position is center field, secondary is, I don't know, right field. Why not? Yeah, he is a little old as well, Willie. So we say center field, right field. Doesn't matter the age, let's say, or even let's put a max age, I guess. Let's say max 33. Maximum salary, let's just see everything for the salary. And the overall minimum is, let's get 85. Is that too many? Probably too many. Let's go to 87. And let's put a max. Should we put a max? I don't know. Actually, let's put a salary max of a high number. Maximum salary, let's say 20 million, just so we don't get the crazy people out here, or even 18 million. Okay, no, 15 million. Okay, so everyone's still out here. So Michael Harris II is a free agent at a 94 overall. He bat 332 this past year, so we could go out and try to sign him, but he would be wanting wild money, so I wouldn't look at him too seriously. Churio, bat 269 this past year. Jackson Churio, he's arbitration, so we can't even get him. So let's look at the guys who have contracts, actually. So contract minimum of 1 year. There you go. This is more serious now. This is more serious. So Jason Dominguez comes up. He's making, it's a backloaded contract. Bat 268 this past year. Good in the outfield. Let's get even closer. Let's continue to refine. Attribute, I want to see the outfielding here. Arm strength minimum is 85. And arm accuracy minimum is 85 as well. Let's see that. It's even more interesting. So Jesus Sanchez is one of those guys. So Dominguez is looking very good. Colton Cowser, not great for the batting average. So we'll say that he's out of the running. So it comes down to Carlson from the Twins in the Twins trade. Fielding and reaction. Yeah, well, we already have it pretty much down to these guys. Dominguez, Sanchez, and Carlson. We could add fielding, but I don't think it'll change anything. Fielding. Would it take out Colton? It wouldn't. It would take out... what's his name? Sanchez. So Sanchez has 77 fielding. That's what it is. So 77 fielding, but 98 arm strength and 93 arm accuracy. Meanwhile, Jason Dominguez, crazy outfield numbers. Not as strong of a batter, but still a 30 home run guy. And he's making big money on a backloaded, a backloaded deal. So he signed longer term. He's a higher overall. I don't know. Sanchez would be easier to acquire, but he is a little bit older. He does look better when it comes to the batting numbers here, I'll admit. How does the speed look? Because our stealing, yeah, it's 0 on the stealing. Yikes. 87, 43, 44. We need to improve that a little bit too. I think Dominguez is great, but I don't know if the Yankees would be even interested in a trade. So I think Sanchez is the guy, but I'm just curious to explore a Dominguez trade just for the fun of it. Dylan Carlson, not as good against lefties, but solid against righties. 293 this past year. Let's see what Dominguez says. Why not? Just for fun here with the Yankees. So if I give you, of course, De Silva, they're very interested. But if I give you O'Neal Cruz and who did we say? Franmil Reyes. They want a bit more value, so it wouldn't take that much more. Just a little tossing. Yeah, a little tossing, and they're interested. OPS plus. Don't tell me it took away my whole thing. I know who it is. Only 3 guys. Yankees. Where am I looking? Outfield. So, OPS plus. OPS. So, OPS 844. OPS and OPS plus are the same? Am I crazy to say that, right? So, .844 on base plus slugging. .844. Keep that in mind. .844. .844. Dylan Carlson, .826, so slightly lower. And then the Mets, Sanchez, .918. Woo. Yeah, I like that. OPS above average is 7. Okay, so yeah, so 918. Very interesting from Sanchez. So we could make a deal work for Dominguez. Or we could, it just comes down to preference perhaps at that point. If I go back to player search and I say the same thing, what if I say primary left fielder? Same restrictions though, secondary center fielder. What did we say again? I have to do this all again. Yeah, Sanchez, those are crazy numbers from Sanchez. Maximum salary, $15 million we said, at least a 1-year contract. Overall minimum is 85. And we wanted to see arm strength at 85, arm accuracy at 85, and fielding at least 75. Okay. Anybody? Nobody. Now, if we go to right fielders, nobody. So it's only the center fielders, eh? Yeah, exactly. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And reaction. And Victor Robles is here too? Really? How come he doesn't show up before? What was I looking at before that he wasn't there? Reaction? Yeah, but it's okay. I think it comes down. So it comes down to Sanchez, Dominguez, and Carlson still. It still comes down to those 3. Oh boy, this is a tough one. So Dominguez, strong OPS with 844, despite the lower batting average, 30 home runs, 154 hits. Oh, 'cause he's in AAA, I guess that's why. And he will cost more as time goes on. That's the unfortunate part. So Dominguez would almost be out of the running just for that. But Sanchez and Carlson, Sanchez crazy OPS, while Carlson does have the better, he has the higher fielding, but Sanchez has the better reactions. I think Sanchez is the guy. I think Sanchez is the guy. So if we say Mets, we want to give you O'Neal Cruz and Franmil Reyes for a deal here. What can you offer us with Sanchez? You give us a couple of randos here. Rosario could be a guy for the bench maybe, but I don't want to take on that money, I don't think. Rosario costs 40. Yeah, forget Rosario. I would say get both. I wish DFS. I wish. I don't think, well, unless we're doing a Gary De Silva trade. But right now we wouldn't have the value to swing two big trades like that. For now, I think Sanchez is the first guy we go for, and we move from there. Because De Silva could get Dominguez, 1-for-1, no problem. So we can always look back at that later. Who can we throw in here? Anybody who signed on to a contract. Not many. Not many who are signed on to a contract. A C-rated pitcher there at 19. Okay. Anybody else? B-rated guy? No. This guy? Oh, yeah, and they're offering us him already. So what if I take this guy Castro as well, and I'll throw in somebody back your way? What if we took Reyes out? No, we have not. DFS, welcome to the stream. We stream every week here on the Pirates. We also do other sports like hockey, and well, mostly NHL franchise mode. We're moving into year number 9. We have had incredible regular season success, 100+ win seasons, but we are 10-25 in the last 35 postseason games. We've never even made it to a World Series. It is crazy. So that's why we're trying to make big changes this offseason. How close is the 1-for-1? Let me check that for you, Hobbsy. The 1-for-1 here. I take out Franmil, and we take out the young pieces here as well. Where's this guy? Umberto, and Mariano. So they would do it 1-for-1. And we could make a separate deal for Franmil Reyes, I suppose, then. Not a bad idea, Hobbsy. Do we just do this 1-for-1 then? I think we probably do. We still want to move Franmil Reyes to free up the money, but I think we do this trade 1-for-1. Because Reyes, maybe we can get a better, younger piece somewhere else. So I think we just go ahead and do it. We free up, what, $2.3 million? And we get that deal done today. All right. O'Neal Cruz, it has been an honor and a pleasure. No problem. No offense taken. No offense taken. It's been horrible in the postseason. So O'Neal Cruz, let me just quickly go through the awards as well of O'Neal Cruz. What has he won? Cruz has won 2 Silver Sluggers and 1 Hank Aaron Award. 2 Silver Sluggers, 1 Hank Aaron, over 1,100 games played, 249 home runs, 810 RBI, career 272 hitter with the Pirates. O'Neal, we thank you for your service here in Pittsburgh. We wish you all the best moving forward. Good luck with the Mets, and we will try our best to succeed and do it in your name, my friend. O'Neal Cruz. Wow. Big blockbuster splash. A player we've had for the entire series so far is gone. Like we said, we got to make some big changes, and that is one of them right there. We'll always have that grand slam. Wow. What a memory. We will always have that grand slam from O'Neal Cruz. So that frees up a little bit of money. Now we got to think, if I were to say Franmil Reyes for prospects, would anything pop up here? Fluke. Yeah, of course, everything's a fluke. I'm not sure if anything would be super interesting right now because many players are not signed. I'm not sure if there's be anyone who's even higher than B. On PC, yeah. I think it would be good on PC. A couple of B guys here from the Astros we could get. A couple of B players there. But you'd think you get an A prospect for Reyes. Just that, oh, okay, there's one with a low overall. Just that so many are not signed yet. There's another right here, relief pitcher. So I guess we'll wait on Reyes as long as we can, but we want to move him sooner rather than later to free up the money. So let's start advancing a few days probably, right? I don't think we can really do much in free agency, right? Or, I don't know, ever. With all these, with the amount of money that guys are going to be wanting. Like, we were looking at Michael Harris II. What does he want? $35 million. We don't have money like that, no matter what we do. So let's advance a couple days. Hopefully some of these guys sign on. Okay, we got our third base coach. That's good. Eric Baez going to the Marlins. No, honestly, DFS, I would like to do NBA, 2K, or Madden. I just don't have a ton of knowledge in those games yet, but I'm learning. I didn't have a ton of knowledge in baseball. Now I've been doing this for a few years. I've gotten more into it. So I do NHL, I do MLB, I've done Formula One. What else have we done of sports? I suppose that's it of sports, right? But aside from that, we also do real world sports types of things, podcast things, career simulations of players in franchise mode. So I would love to branch out and do all kinds of different, even NASCAR. Yeah, I'd love to branch out and do all kinds of different things. It just comes down to a time factor, probably. Working full time, keeping up with MLB and NHL is honestly already taking a lot of time right there. So it's hard to have so many series at once. It'll happen at some point, probably, Hobbsy, at this point. A lot of people have been suggesting it for a long time now. Bobichette goes to the Marlins. Yep. So, while I wouldn't say we're a super small channel, but we're still under 10,000 subs. This is I'm moving into my 4th year of making consistent content. So I think as the channel grows, I can branch out a bit more. But for now, I'm still kind of just doing what I've always done while making, we've done a little bit of Wii Sports. We've done a little bit of sports quizzes and stuff like that. We're slowly but surely getting there. So nobody signed on here? Is that it? Did nobody sign those deals we put out in free agency? Come on, guys. You can't take forever. Reynolds, Moncada, Hernandez, Rojas. We're waiting on all you guys. Come on. Did any of these guys sign? Ramirez is... yeah, he's on for 100K. Enriquez was already... He signed on for 80K, yeah. Krinchik, 5.5... I don't think anybody signed on. Maybe Brennan Malone signed on. That's what it was. Or not even, eh? Crazy. They're taking their sweet time. Still waiting. Wow. Tender contracts. So we're still waiting on a lot of these guys as well, who we sent out offers to. And yet your posting success is still better than ours. You wouldn't be the only Brewers fan on the channel, actually, my friend. Speaking of, if you want to talk more to other Brewers fans and other sports fans and other franchise mode fans, the place for you would be the Discord server. The link for that is in the description. We're almost 600 members in there, and we're always talking sports, franchise mode, and there's other Brewers fans who you could... Actually, there's an odd amount of Brewers fans. There's more than like any other fan, I think, in the Discord server, if I'm being honest, aside from maybe the Blue Jays. All right, some big trades, some big signings happening there. Some people finally make some decisions. No, we're still waiting on everybody. So, yeah, pending offers, 47 million. Bill budget, 44. So we can't sign everybody, but I can't wait forever either. I'd like to sign some of these guys. We were saying about Clark Schmidt, right? Do we send an offer to Clark Schmidt? Maybe. He has a 1 year, 7.3 million offer. Yeah, for sure. Could we offer you 1 year, 8.3, $1 million more? 1 year, 8.3 to Clark Schmidt? Let's try and do that while we're waiting on other people, because I can't wait forever on the... And we're looking at Chet Murray as well. He's being offered 2 years, 8.4. So I would give you maybe 3 years. And the people in there, including myself, are all Packers fans? No kidding. Oh, you wouldn't... There's other Packers fans in the server as well. And honestly, it's a very wholesome place. I wouldn't call it... As much as people will do trolling, I wouldn't say it's toxic at all. Very good, strong, sports-loving, wholesome community. Could we do 3 years, 15 million on Chet Murray? 5 million per year might be a bit much for an 80 overall. 3 years, 4.7 per year? Maybe like... That would be the highest... I would put it be the front runner. Let's try. Let's see what Chet says about that. I can't wait forever on these offers. I gotta start sending out people eventually. They're really taking their sweet time. 40-man rosters. Okay, I gotta set the 40-man roster. Yes, stop simulating. All right, so the 40-man will want to put Feliz, Lincoln, Logan, all those guys in there. Closing pitcher, left field, starting pitcher. And there's some... Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Actually, sorry. Closing pitcher I want to start with. Closing pitcher, Luis. Add to the 40-man. Who else? Left field and starting pitcher. Left field. Starting pitcher. This was for Logan. There you go. 40-man. Anybody else we want to put in there? We still have 10 spots, but we still have to have people signed on. Todd Farron will definitely get him in there. Center field, Todd Farron. Anyone else we really want on the 40-man? Probably not. We could probably afford losing most of these guys if need be, because we have to leave some spots open for whoever signs on. I don't want to have to put people through irrevocable waivers. So let's advance a few days now. So last day for salary arbitration. Do we have everybody signed on here? Yeah, he signed on. That's good. In free agency, we're still waiting. Hold on. Did Rojas sign? Is that who I saw? Rojas. Did he sign with somebody else? Hold on a second. Whoa. Hold on a second. Rojas. Let me see. Okay, still a free agent. Okay, so his name didn't pop up anymore. Okay, I guess because the Clark Schmidt offer took it over. Still waiting on everybody. Still waiting. It's ridiculous. It's what, November 23rd here? Hernandez is no longer interested in the Pirates' offer. Yes. And Juan Soto goes to the Rockies. Hernandez to the Red Sox. Goodbye, Jonathan Hernandez. Goodbye. That frees up money at least. He goes to the Red Sox for like $1.5 million more. Goodbye. Somebody had to sign there, right? Who signed? Moncada signed, finally. 2 years at $13.8 million per year. Massive car guy. Like cars are my passion, so I'm a Honda service technician, and I have had. Sorry, it's hard to read when it's like this. Deal with some. I hear you. I'm more of a Formula One guy myself. I wouldn't say I'm a big car guy either way. Even the car that I have myself, like I couldn't tell you the difference between the model that I have now and the one from 2011 versus 2016 versus 2018. Probably couldn't tell you that, but I do have an interest in them, so it's interesting to hear. We haven't done Formula One on YouTube. We used to do it on Twitch when I did Twitch like 2.5 years ago, but we should get back into Formula One. I think I was the only one who signed. Oh, Clark Schmidt signed as well. Great. $8.3 million. So now when we look at free agency, our budget's 22.4. We've sent out 28.6. So a Franmil Reyes trade would free up that money, and we'll wait on him a bit more. Trade there with the Yankees. Chet Murray goes to the Brewers. It's too bad to the Brewers. So yes, we'll stop simulating. Hunter Brown goes to the Tigers. We were thinking about signing him. He ends up going for $12.6 million per year. We let him walk to free agency, and he leaves in the end. So now it would be more affordable because we only have offers out to Reynolds and Rojas. So if we say, let's try and look once again at, where am I going? Make trade, at a Reyes trade. Franmil Reyes would free up $6.3 million. Our outfielder would be Sanchez, Ramirez, and Isbell. And then Farron could be platoon type of thing. Maybe we can even get one other outfielder in free agency. If we look at prospects, can we get an A prospect from anybody? Before I even look at details, I'm just looking for the A. I'm just looking for the A before I look at other details. Can we get A prospects from anybody? A here, right fielder from the Braves, Henry Logan. Keep him in mind. We will, Hobbsy, we will. That's why I just want to make sure that we weren't going to be missing out because we didn't have enough money. An A guy from the Braves. An A relief pitcher from the Mets. Same guys as before, eh? Guy from the Mets. Third baseman, but super low overall on the Reds. Don't want to do that. A from the Dodgers, but 1850. I don't know. 18 and 50. Who did we say their team was? It was the Braves. 18 and 54. Henry Logan. Let's see here. A potential. Yeah, definitely a project, you would think. The durability boosts up the overall a little bit. He has good speed. Contact and power aren't bad, especially for 18. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad trade. Henry Logan wouldn't be a bad trade. What do we think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Do we say we pull the trigger on Henry Logan? Maybe I discounted the Dodgers too quickly because of the lower overall. Dodgers. Who are they offering us again? It was this guy here, the 18-year-old. Yeah. Lower contact or similar contact, less power, similar speed. Peter McVale, 6'5", shortstop. Definitely a project at 50 overall. The other guy the guy in the Braves isn't much better, but he would be an outfielder. Do we have much in the outfield? We don't have much. We have a couple of shortstop prospects here. We have Timmy Lincoln in the outfield. We have Carmen Garcia in the outfield. We have a lot of outfield prospects. Maybe we go for the A potential shortstop, or we go for a 60 overall 20-year-old B guy. Maybe go for a B guy. I don't know if I want to break my head on this too much though. I don't know if I want to break my head for too long. I think the Dodgers probably have the leading deal then, if that's the case. Let's look at overall then. overall as well. Overall and B. So relief pitcher, I'll pass. 20C, no. Oh, it was in the same Dodgers deal? Great. Let me go back here. Dodgers, it was this guy here. Was it Joe Love? Joe Love. Wouldn't mind throwing a relief pitcher in the system. Could we get Joe Love and McVale? Take out Alan Ramirez. They would do it. Peter McVale and Joe Love. I think this is a fair offer without having to break our heads for too much forever. There's other prospects who are still out there that haven't been signed that would probably be out there if we waited on Franmil Reyes, but I don't want to wait really any much longer. I want to make signings in free agency. We can't wait for all the prospects in the MLB to sign. So Franmil Reyes to the LA Dodgers for Joe Love and Peter McVale. I'm going to say let's pull the trigger on this one. Let's free up that money and get her done. So thank you very much for your service, Franmil. We wish you all the best in LA. Joe Love is a cool name as well. Agreed. So that now gives us a little bit more breathing room, pending offers versus available budget, and that's still not even including a potential Gary DeSilva trade. So if we want to start scrolling down here, I wish you could sort by affordable. If we're looking especially at the outfield, actually, if you want some outfield depth, I don't know, like maybe like a Trevor Larnach, good numbers, but 228 average, or maybe like Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, what would he be wanting, though? I bet he wants big money. Yeah, $8.1 million. Can't afford that. Kyle Lewis. Bat 238. Matt Vierling. Great contact against lefties. They want so much money, though, these guys. These depth guys. Nick Senzel. I like Nick Senzel, actually. He wants 4.6, 5.2. Come on. So yeah, this is just the offseason. So it's episode number 25. Typically a season will be season sim, playoff sim, offseason sim. So every year is in 3 episodes. So at the end of this episode, we will have the season opener. I think we'll do that. But for the actual season and for multiple games, no. But yes, we'll do the season opener at the end of this episode. That's typically what we do, I believe. But this is just mainly the offseason. Next episode, this time next week, we'll be doing the 2031 season. Next Tuesday, January 16th. Yeah. Yeah, and then in right field, Matthew Barefoot. That's a great name. NHL 22 Goalhorns. Welcome aboard, my friend. Great name. Welcome to the stream. Luis Gonzalez. 281. Any good numbers out here? 281, 270. 281 might be the best. Yeah. It goes down fast. Luis Gonzalez might not be a bad idea. He wants a more affordable deal. Could do he's 35. That's going downhill. Nah, forget it. Brian Reynolds, we're still waiting on him. Come on, Brian Reynolds. No one else has offered you a contract. 2 years, $31 million. I'm withdrawing it, actually. 2 years, $31 million. I'm withdrawing it. I'm going down to 2 years, $30 million. You lost $1 million. For your greed, you've lost $1 million. Hi. I see you, NHL 22 Goalhorns. I see ya. Don't spam too much, my friend. Let's go to... who's the other guy? Rojas. Rojas, your greed is hurting you, my friend. I'm going to go 3 years, $22 million now. Or $23 million. We're going down $1 million. I'm going to call him every day. 3 years, $23 million. Snapchat's down. Oof. Devastating. Thankfully, I don't need it right now. Okay, TJ Friedel. Friedel was, you're a real stand-up kind of guy, eh? There you go. Hope it was worth the lifetime ban. Now, let's see. So, Kyle Lewis. We said he was batting 238. Matt Vierling, 262. Because you guys want $5 million. Chris, like, are we going to really move out Franmil Reyes making $6 million? Just get McCormick, who's going to be making $5 million? Come on. McCormick at a 76 overall wants Franmil Reyes money? Or a little bit less? Come on. Kalinic. Kalinic wants, after batting 130 last year, he wants 6.6. Jared Kalinic. Not crazy money, but I'd rather look at a young promotion probably, you know? I can go buy my, I'll call it my piece of games, so I don't have to worry, but there you go. There's the perks of being Um, 18, right? Some of the perks. So Cody Bellinger, is he worth the 8 million? I don't know, Slim. So forget the outfield, I suppose. Let's just go look at anybody else who might be good value in depth if we start scrolling. Let's say that in the 83-ish range here. 130 doesn't help his case, that's for sure. Trevor Steven. Maybe we want another relief pitcher out here? Maybe we look at a relief pitcher instead of a bat. Ha-Seong Kim, former Pirate, correct? Did he play with the Pirates? Or am I thinking? No, I'm thinking of... there's another Korean player who played with the Pirates whose last name was Kim. If I'm not mistaken. I'm not thinking about the King, the GOAT, G-GOAT. I'm not thinking about him. There's another Korean player. AJ Puck? No. Oh, G1 Bay. Yes. Thank you. No one's speaking to me here. Let's just look at a relief pitcher maybe then and move on and see if we can get more players to sign on and call it there. So, do we have any lefties in the bullpen is my question. Depth chart. Sorry, wrong thing again. Roster. Relief pitchers. So we got Burke as a lefty, Karinchik as a righty, Schmidt as a righty, Escalona down to a lefty, but I don't know if he'd make the MLB, and Ramirez is a lefty as well. So we have a good mix actually, and Feliz is a righty. Maybe the relief pitchers are good then. Maybe the relief pitchers are good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably. Pitching rotation, because if we have De Silva here, Hernandez here, Priester here, Enriquez here, Malone, sorry. Malone here. Then you have Burke as the setup. You have these two guys in mid-relief. Then you'll have whoever we call up from AAA as well. So add in that 70 overall guy in mid-relief. Add another guy in long relief. Maybe we could use a guy who could be like the Nestor Cortez Jr. of last year. Maybe we could look for a 80 overall starting pitcher type of guy who could join us. Someone who has respectable numbers here. Let's look. 2.46 for Drew Rasmussen. Ooh, great numbers last year. And sorry to leave again, but what's our rotation? The arms in the rotation look like. So righty. We could use a lefty then in the starting rotation, like Nestor. Free agency, starting pitchers. Slim, talk to me, baby. Let's start down. Tony. Okay, looking for lefties. Daniel Lynch, 4.4 ERA this past year, 34. Anybody else? There's Nestor. Has your demand come down a little bit, buddy? He still wants big money. No, we can't do it. What does Lynch want? 6.1. He's being offered 1 year, 7 million. Drew Rasmussen might be too good to pass up on, though. He also wants 7 million, though. That's tough. Do we sign Daniel Lynch? His numbers weren't great, but maybe he's just there for long relief. Can we trust him in long relief just say that he's that, you know? No, after stream I'm going to shovel, my friend. Going to shovel snow. Sorry, can't do it tonight. We could look at Lauer, Framber, Valdez. Then we're going downhill from there. Lauer, what does Lauer want? 6 point. These guys want crazy money. This is crazy. Okay, let's just look at Lynch then. He had a bit of a poor year, so that's why he's come down. That was for 4 years, though. I don't want to give you 4 years and pay you until you're 38. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm going to say let's wait then a bit more. Let's wait a bit more. Brandon Malone. We're still waiting on all these guys to sign. What's taking them so long? Let's advance a few days. Yeah, stop simulating. Make sure everybody's signed by December 2nd or else they become free agents. We're still waiting on Francesco Ramos. It's ridiculous. Here's your extra 10K. Hope it made you feel good. And if you didn't, then I have to go sign him in free agency. So hopefully Ramos will sign. Advance a day. Did he sign? Ramos. Looks like he did. Ryan Helsley, former Pirate. Yeah, he signed. Okay, thank you, Francesco. So kind of you. Okay, so now if we look at our team, what are we missing? What are we missing from the lineup? If we actually, let me look at it this way. So catchers, we have Parada and Conrad, bang. First base, Tristan Casas, and even Henry Castro is going to come in this season. He could even play in the outfield, so that's good news on Henry Castro. He could play in the outfield. He could be our guy in the outfield. If we can't sign someone for $8 million from the outfield, Henry Castro can be that guy. Tamar Johnson playing shortstop, Kenny Robinson at second base, Moncada at third base, Grisham, also, actually, Grisham could also play third, but he's maybe more infield platoon. Isbell at left field, Jesus Sanchez in center field, Alex Ramirez in right field, Todd Farron, he'll be our outfield platoon kind of guy as well. We're kind of set. So Franco, even Frank, these guys want to be in the MLB this next year. So if they're likely in the MLB, let's put them up there. Actually, I got to add him to the 40-man. Only major league free agents may be added to the 40-man. Sorry, I wait for the Rule 5 draft. Santana wasn't in the Rule 5, wasn't on our 40-man roster? Oh, he's definitely going to get claimed. We'll have to trade for him. We'll trade back for him, but that's crazy. So you know what? I gotta cheese the system now. What a joke. Let me go and sign someone big who I can just trade for trade value. Whatever. Peter Crow, or no, someone who's not getting offered anything. Ryan Pipio. You're going to be an ace. We'll sign you for 4 years, and we'll give you 10 million, 10.8 million. What a joke. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. Brian Abreu, blah, blah, blah. Drew Jones. Today's the draft lottery. Let's see what happens in the draft lottery. So the Angels were 64-98 last year. They have the worst record. The Athletics lost last year's draft lottery and fell from 1 to 5, I think it was. And the White Sox are in there as well. Of course, we're never in this lottery as we finished so high, but we always continue to have our own struggles. Yeah. So let's see what happens in the draft lottery. The Cubs move up 7 spots. Wow. The Astros move up 5. The Angels, the A's, the White Sox all moving down 2 spots, and the Padres and the Cardinals move down 3. So the Cubs will have the first overall pick in the draft. Luis Tavares, big trade there. Pirates can no longer afford the contract to Pipio. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes. That means, did they sign? Is that why? Doval going back to the Giants. Look at that. Ian Anderson. Ryan Pipio goes to the Texans in the end. Rule 5 draft is in when? 1 day. Fantastic. So, did those guys sign on then? Those bums? Where would they be? Did they sign on for $1 million less that I gave them in the end? Yeah, Reynolds ended up signing on for $1 million less. Instead of 16 per year, he got 15, or 15.5 per year, he got 15 per year. And Rojas, instead of 8.2, he gets 7.7 per year. So they're on board. Now when we look at our budget, that leaves us with, we have $5.91 million left with those contracts being signed. Now, can I try to sign a free agent to get my guy after he comes in the Rule 5 draft? Back to free agency. Any big name who wouldn't cost us anything. Actually, who wants to sign for $5 million, that is. Rosarena? There you go. 5.5. Actually, maybe we can keep Rosarena. Yeah. Yeah, do we need both? That'll be the question. Hey, come on. There you go. Actually, no. I can offer a bit more to Rosarena. I can offer 11.8. There you go. And we'll trade him out. All right. What a joke. Rule 5 draft. Let's see our guy go first, right? If he was even in there. Was he not in there? Andrew Abbott goes. I don't know. I don't know. Pick player. Do we want to take anybody here? Anybody that we take would have to stay on our team. So Bryce Harper could be someone that we take. That's interesting. Cy Stroud. Starting pitchers, we have Seth Corey at a 79. Do we want any of these guys in long relief? Now, this could be where we get a long relief pitcher. Most obnoxious fan base? It's hard to say. I don't want to single anyone out. I'll start off by saying the Canadians are definitely a big one. I'm a Canadians fan, so Canadians are big. Canadians, Leafs, Flyers, Senators. There's a lot that are, and you know, I say it with a lot of love. As a Canadians fan, knowing that Hobbsy's a Senators fan, I say it with a lot of love. But I would say that there are a lot of obnoxious people out there for every fan base. But I see those guys on Twitter a lot, I'll tell you that. So we could look at getting, and he's a lefty as well, eh? Seth Corey. All right, let's do it. Seth Corey, we'll select him. Bang. I don't think our guy went then. So I can remove the offer to Rosarena. Yes. So Seth Corey can be a long relief guy for us then. Rosarena, I can remove that offer to him. Withdraw. Harper would be hilarious. Where was I? Seth Corey. So Seth Corey, arbitration, let's see. So roster and the relief pitchers. Not the relief pitchers. The, was the closing pitchers? Where was I? Santana. That's who it was, Santana. So now can I add him to the 40-man? Yes, I can. Great. So Santana would move to the MLB. And Todd Farron moved to the MLB. And that's probably about it for guaranteed MLB guys. There's our 26 right there. That's our 26. So if that's our 26, let me just double check again. Hold on, let me just throw people in the lineup here. Okay, so Robinson would play second. Tamar's playing short. Rojas, hold on, Conrad here. Actually, no, Conrad would be out. Let's say Reynolds would be in. He would maybe DH. Sanchez goes center field. Isbell switches here. Swap with Ramirez. No, Moncada, Johnson, Sanchez. Rojas would come out for Ramirez maybe. So probably something like this would be our lineup. Not in the right positions yet. And you have Rojas, Conrad, Grisham, Farron, Castro. Yeah, the bats are good to go. The bats are good to go. The pitching rotation would look like this. We have with Franco and Santana both wanting to make it. I think we trade Malone. But do we trade Gary De Silva? That's the question. Do we trade Gary De Silva? 3 of the last 4 NL Cy Youngs. 3.43 ERA through his career of over 1,500 innings pitched so far. I don't know. We said scorched earth. We've made some big moves already. Do I want to scorch the earth further? Malone could come out and then Franco could come in as a lefty. That would be something. So I think we do trade Brendan Malone. Yeah, we could look at the offers. Maybe another mid-relief guy would be good. Because Corey and Santana can be long relief. Karinchak and Schmidt mid-relief. I don't know if we would need another relief. Maybe that's enough. Is our 2 mid-relief, 1 setup, 1 closer, is that enough? I have to think about that. But I think Brendan Malone would be a guy that we move out. So that being said, if just for fun at trade talks, what if I throw Malone in there? What would teams be offering us here? Big deals, yeah, big deal. Patrick Gorman, Luis Arias, and Logan Allen. Corbin Carroll, Manuel Hernandez, Quinton Lawrence from the Red Sox. Corbin Carroll, shoosh. But that would be we'd be taking on more money, I think, if that's the case. He's making $22.3 million, and it's backloaded. So that's the thing. And we already kind of made our decisions in the outfield as well. But if we look at prospects, any prospect trades up? No, eh? So Corbin Carroll was the guy that we just said. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. Spencer Strider. We could get it. We definitely want a new ace to be included in the trade. So I'd want any trade for Gary De Silva to include an ace pitcher coming back. So Spencer Strider could be that guy from the Yankees. Wow. Jack Flaherty. He's at 94? Former Pirates pitcher Jack Flaherty, who we let go in 2028, I suppose? 2027, 2028? How is he? He hasn't had crazy seasons. He's grown to a 94 overall. He was what? High 80s. Did he ever get to 90 even? 94. Good for you, but wow, we did not have that money to afford him. Who else? Andrew Painter at a 94. Andrew Painter, 27-94. It's very interesting from the Tigers. 27 years old, 94 overall. Julio Rodriguez from the Mariners. Wow. We can't afford that, though. Ellie De La Cruz, 98 overall being offered to us. Oh, my goodness. This is the best pitcher in the game. People are going to send us big offers for the best pitcher. Vladimir Guerrero at a 99 overall. Oh, my goodness. That's about it, eh? So Andrew Painter and Spencer Strider. So Andrew Painter, if we make a trade, it would probably be for Andrew Painter. But, hold on. Consistently above 4 ERA for his ERA here. I don't know here, actually, about Andrew Painter. High overall, but not impressive WAR numbers here. Not impressive numbers from Andrew Painter. Not at all. No siree. So maybe not Andrew Painter, despite the high overall. Man, it's never simple, eh? How does Spencer Strider look on the Yankees? Spencer Strider, 3.27 ERA. The Yankees have a crazy rotation. Oh my goodness, I just realized. 1, 2, 3, 90 overall plus guys. 90 plus overall. We could get Grayson Rodriguez. No. Is he clutch in the big moments? For sure. Okay, let's look at this. Let's do this now. Go to the player search. Forget the offers. Let's look at this. Starting pitchers. Follow me here. Starting pitchers who are making, let's say, less than 20 million. I'll take it. Hey, welcome, Jeremy. Welcome to the stream. Making big money, but let's say for less, even 22 million. Need an ace lefty? Well, we have, I don't know, we have a closer lefty. We have a lot of lefties in the bullpen, or in the long relief, I mean. I hear you, Cheating Heel, though. I hear you. An ace lefty would be something. I hear you, Mark. I hear you as well. I hear you all. But yeah, you're not wrong. Contract minimum, of course, 1 year. Let's say even 2 years. I don't know, 1 year, but probably open up more options. MLB. Or no, I can say anybody. Okay, now what I want to say is overall minimum is 90 overall. And here's what I want to see. The Magic pitching clutch. Yeah, you're right. Only one in the rotation. Let's see, 85 clutch. So only 2 pop up. Wow. Nick Lodolo and Jack Flaherty. No one has that pitching clutch. Ooh, Nick Lodolo, 3.38 ERA. Former Cincinnati Red. He's been on the Nationals for 3 years now. Nick Lodolo, big money as well. And he's a lefty, though. He's a lefty, Nick Lodolo. Oh, that's interesting. 91-33. What if we go down to 82 in the pitching clutch? Edward Cabrera pops up. No one has pitching clutch in the MLB here? No, it's not as interesting. Wow. Because from there, if I put up the salaries, more comes up. Julio Urias comes up. Both are older and will regress fast. That's it. It would only make sense if we get like a big piece back as well. Gary goes there. Lodolo comes back. Who else would they give us? Nobody. Come on. Lodolo and Detmers. Former Pirate Henry Davis. Yeah, but let's be honest, Slim. As much as we say we might want to move to Silva, he's 26 and a 98 overall. I don't know if I want to take back a 33 who's a 91 overall. Someone who's, 7 years older and 7 overall less? It's hard for me to rationalize that. As much as Gary De Silva has been struggling, and as much as we want to make a big, flashy move in this offseason, we've made moves already, and I'm not sure if De Silva, the return on De Silva speaks to me enough here. I'm not sure if it speaks to me enough here. Who else has value? This guy's not signed. Like, Robert Brister would be interesting, but he's unsigned right now. What would they want for Lodolo straight up? Nothing. Yeah, but that's not true, though. That was because the money probably wouldn't work, eh? Yeah, Moncada. I have to give you Moncada and somebody else. I have to give you a couple pieces to make it work. So what if I give you Malone, and I have to give someone worth 14 million, so that doesn't really work. Let's keep on waiting then for a De Silva move. We'll have to keep on waiting until... Yeah, here comes the book, Slim. Here comes the... So you're telling me you want a choker to be in your lineup? You have to trade him for a 23-ish, 80 overall, 80 low, 90 overall for it to make sense. Yeah. Let's wait and see if more offers come our way once more players are signed on. There's George Valera. We were thinking about getting him from the Phillies. He goes to the Diamondbacks for 3, not even 3 big pieces, actually. Wow, that's crazy. 3, mid pieces. I think that's, can we sim to the start of next season? Yeah, let's do that. Does Curry need a contract? Oh, Seth Corey needs a contract. Yeah, Seth Corey, we'll give him, we'll give you 1 year. We'll call you depth, let's be honest. And I'll give you 2 million. There you go. Seth Corey. 3-time Cy Young winner, 3 times in the last 4 years as well. Let's sim. Alex Vesia, Andrew Vaughn, some Drake James Wood, Justin Harris, Patrick Sandoval. The Rays have an offer for us. Let's view the offer. Let's see. Elijah Green in exchange for Enriquez and Isbell. So Elijah Green, oh wow, actually 88 overall. Sheesh. Elijah Green, bat 286 last year. Wow. Good outfield numbers as well. Yep. This is not a bad offer. What if we take out Enriquez and give them Malone? We want Brennan Malone. I have to exit. Okay, let's keep in mind it's the Rays. Hold on, let's go back. I can't change it because it's not my offer. The Rays. Went the wrong way. Rays. There. Elijah Green. In exchange for, could I give you Brennan Malone and Kyle Isbell? That would be a better help in the outfield. Absolutely. You know what? I think this might happen. He's making... I don't like... The salary's going to be tough the next couple of years. But if we compare Isbell to him, I like Kyle Isbell a lot. He backed 271 this past year. He's been a good platoon guy who's poised to be an everyday guy. He's making $7.9 million, which is digestible enough. And he has good outfield numbers. When we look at the outfield, 98 fielding versus 86 fielding, point to Isbell. 87 arm strength versus 83 arm strength, point to Isbell. 73 arm accuracy versus 78 arm accuracy, point to Green. And 98 reactions versus 89 reactions, point to Isbell. That's the thing. If we're going to move Malone, we can probably get a prospect for Malone. Do we want to move him in this deal to get an upgrade in the outfield when we already have Sanchez, Ramirez, Reynolds? I don't know. I don't mind having Isbell there because Isbell can be a guy who moves in and out of the lineup. Elijah Green would be an everyday guy. So if Elijah Green is an everyday guy and Jesus Sanchez is an everyday guy, that leaves one more everyday spot to be shared between Ramirez, Reynolds, and even, don't forget, we need to get at-bats for Henry Castro, a guy who's not going to get many at-bats at first base. He'll need to get in there in the outfield once in a while. Henry Castro, a potential guy. We need to get him in there once in a while. So as much as this deal does make sense in theory and would be a good trade, I think, I'm not sure if it's one for us. But you raise a good point. 34 for 27 and 83 for 88. You raise a good point. I think we do it. I've been talking myself in and out of it in my head here. I think we do it. Do we move Brian Reynolds even? I don't know. I know he's been good defensively, but Jesus Sanchez will be good defensively. Ramirez is good defensively. We definitely upgraded the defense of our outfield. But Slim, it's not like we have no one else who's good on defense. We have one good guy on defense who we trade, and it's as if we said we are now subscribing to a new strategy, which is home runs only, and just put pylons in the outfield and it's okay. That's not what we're saying. Anything else on the Pirates that interests us? On the Rays that interests us here? Little third base prospect. What do we need here? What do we need? We could use a third base prospect. Yeah, actually. Vinny Borrero. Vinny Borrero. Oh, Vinny Borrero. Como va? So Big Vin, Vinny Borrero. Borrero. Oh, yeah, Borrero. What am I saying? Borrero. Vincenzo Borrero. I like his spell, but I think it's too good to pass. Rojas is, yeah. Okay, son, cry me a river, bro. Cry me a river. Rojas is not going to be an a defensive outfielder. He's going to be a DH or a platoon. And his defense is in the 20s. 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We can survive with that for a guy who's going to be DHing or playing in the outfield once in a while. Yeah, I think we got to do it. Now, what can I add to this deal to try to get Vinny Borrero here? They would do it for this guy. Garrett McCann, 21-year-old. Yeah, this guy's not going to grow at 41 overall. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing it. Elijah Green, one of the few times I make a deal with when the AI sends us an offer. Let's do it. Off to the Rays. Elijah Green, welcome to the Pirates. Isbell, we've enjoyed having you, but that's a deal that just may be a bit too good to pass up on. So Elijah Green, what am I looking at? It's a backloaded deal, so he'll cost more as time goes on. But we'll see. We'll see. We got to try and make this year count. Reynolds at $15 million. As much as I want to keep Reynolds, I don't think he's here after this year. I don't even know if he'll stay here long term this year. It's more just we want to try and win with Reynolds and win with Rojas. I do like Green, so that frees up some space here. Seth Corey, it says he's in the lineup, but he's not signed. I don't know. Yeah, the money is very tight. If we wanted to move someone else right now, it would probably be Reynolds, but I don't want to. Maybe even Burke. Maybe Grissom, actually. Grissom might be a guy who's expendable, if need be. Yeah, I'd say it's probably Grissom. If we need someone, it's Grissom. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, let's keep on simulating. The Pirates can no longer afford... These guys make me laugh. Okay. So I can give you 1 year, but I can't offer you much here. We're already in a deficit, is that it? I can offer you what? 800k? I can offer you 830k. Even if I tell you the ace, not much interest. 830k. So we gotta... Can I free up 700k somewhere? This is the tightest budget we've had yet. Where can we free up? And these are all... They're all making 100k. They're all making 100k. It's not like they're making a lot of money. Yeah. You're not wrong, Hobbsy. I find myself saying that a lot to you, buddy. So maybe... Grissom was amazing in the postseason, though. I really wanted to keep him. I don't think we could... Can we sign someone similar? No, buyouts. Are you serious? Yeah, we'll check free agency first. An infield guy, Jonathan India. Jonathan India, great contact. Maybe he's a guy. So it has to be under 9 million. He's 34 now, though. Jonathan India is. I don't know. 34. Let's look at like shortstops and third baseman and stuff like that. Jeter Downs. Jeter Downs not bad. What would Jeter Downs want? 7 million. Are you serious? And you love crying those tears, big boy. Let's go third base. Zach. Nicky Lopez. Nicky Lopez wants... yeah, he's older as well. Cabrian Hayes! Whoa, here he is! Cabrian! Do we bring back Cabrian Hayes? Do we bring him back? There we go, Slim. Get ready for the all caps from Slim. Here we go. Brian Lowe's out here, so we might as well look for Slim. Where was he? Lowe. Get Lowe and Hayes. There you go. There he is. Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe bat 269 last year. Defense isn't too crazy. He's 36 now. He's 36, guys. He wants 8.8 million. No, we can't do it. We need someone making like 6 million or less to free up like a couple million. At least 7 million max, but I don't want to... Oh, Pete Alonso, former Pirate Pete Alonso's out here. Wow, big Pete. Wants 4.6. I'd almost bring back Pete and try to win with him. If we didn't have Henry Castro, I'd put him as like platoon first base. That would be something, huh? Oh, man. Could we move out Vaughn Grissom, free up 9 million, sign Alonso for 6, then someone else for 1.5? I don't know. That'll be tough. Triantos, Ha-Seong Kim, how much did he want again? 7 million. No, we can't. Bad numbers as well. But Triantos, 80 overall with B potential. He did bat 238 last year, but historically, he's been very on and off. Actually, bad year, good year, bad year, good year, bad year. He's poised for a good year now. James Triantos with B potential. Maybe we go after him for infield depth. Christian Arroyo, former Pirate. I think he was who we traded away. Where did we have him? I forget which year we had him. He's one of these TOT years. We had him in one of the... We traded him in the Rojas deal, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, OPS. Who do you want to see OPS from? What's his name? Triantos. OPS 715. So still a bit below average, but... Yeah. Same thing, kind of on and off, on and off. So Cabrian Hayes would cost for 1 year. Platoon 1 year, what's the cost is what I want to know. Platoon 1 year is 7 million for Cabrian Hayes. Here. Lowe, 867 OPS on Brendan Lowe. The problem is his age and his contract demand. He wants, and that's if he doesn't want to be a platoon. He's an 80-some overall. He's going to cost almost 10 million. Triantos 1-year platoon would probably take about the same thing. 1 year, 7 million. We could go down a little bit though on Triantos. Okay, so I'd say let's trade Von Grissom then. It's unfortunate. I really want to keep him, but I guess he's too good to be kind of platoonish. So let's look at making a trade here. We can also wait till spring, but we have to figure out a deal with Seth Corey soon enough. Can we do arbitration? We offered him 1.553, but we can't offer him anything else. Is that it? We're in a deficit here. Okay, let's just keep on simulating towards the arbitration hearings then. Pete Crow Armstrong going to the Padres. Mountcastle going to the Diamondbacks. All right, and Jordan Lawler to the Rays. Mauricio to the Angels. Marco Luciano. Tovar. McMahon. Volpe. Westberg. Mullins. Big names. So did he sign? Did what's his name sign? Rays accepted the trade. Yes, very good. So yeah, Seth Corey is... I don't know. Is he here? He's in the lineup, it looks like. Just I'm not sure why it doesn't show us a number value. Free agency, a lot of the 77s are still out here in free agency. So Tovar ended up going, or what's his name? Not Tovar. Trianos? Trianos, yeah. Trianos ended up going. So yeah, I guess everyone just signs after a little bit. So not a lot left out here. So we'd probably trade... we won't even need an infield depth, maybe. We'll probably live without him. I don't even know if we need to trade Von Grissom. It's because I wanted to get Corey on board, but it doesn't look... Okay, so we get Corey for 1.553, but now we're over the budget? Yeah, we're in a deficit, but I think we're allowed to play in a deficit. If I'm not mistaken, we're allowed to play in a deficit. But it might be a good idea to trade Grissom anyways. I don't know. If you look at the lineup, who goes here? Left field. So left field, let's put Elijah Green. So if this is our lineup, if these are the names in our lineup on an average game, that means we have Rojas as already kind of like an infield depth kind of guy. Conrad backup catcher. Farina and Castro for the outfield. Even Castro for the infield. We could afford to move on from Von Grissom. Maybe we trade Von Grissom for a relief pitcher. For a mid-relief pitcher. Maybe? Would that be crazy? Von Grissom for a mid-relief guy? Burke and Ramirez are both lefties. While Krinchuk and Schmidt are both righties. We could call up somebody from our own roster, probably, though, no? No, we have 76s down here. So maybe we look for... And Burke, maybe we trade Burke as well. Burke, 26-74. He doesn't seem to be growing very well. Basil Burke. Trade him for a different rising relief pitcher? A couple relief pitchers? I don't know. Where does Burke fit in the top 50 prospects? We don't see it yet, eh? If we go to the player search and look for a relief pitcher, just looking at the highest overall relief pitchers in the league. Actually, no, that's too crazy. We have to look at max salary would be like 7 million, let's say. Max salary 7 million. There would be some good options out here for sure. Sims has no contract right now. And if we look at, we want the clutch as well. We always need that clutch. Overall minimum, whatever, 83. And we want the pitching clutch. No, that's batting clutch. Pitching clutch. Give me at least 75. There we go. Let's go up to 79. Let's go up to 82. 85. All right, so we have Krinchuk already. Holloway, Alvarado, and Abreu. So Brian Abreu, he's a closer. We're not going to get him. It would probably be Holloway or Alvarado if we got somebody. So Holloway, 3.91 ERA last year. Alvarado, 5.36. Getting a little older as well. The overall's going down, it looks like. Yeah. So Jordan Holloway might be a guy for us. On Cincinnati, is that it? Of course. So we're going to have to deal with Cincinnati. And Von Grissom's going to He's going to hit home runs on us. So we could trade Von Grissom for Jordan Holloway, and they would do it straight up. Should we do this? Von Grissom is younger. He signed on long-term at $9 million, which is not a bad contract, but we probably don't have that money long-term. At the same time, Reynolds and Rojas moving out would free up money next year as well. So we could afford to keep Von Grissom both in the short and long-term. But the thing is, I don't know if we need him on the bench. Maybe we use him while we can. and get a relief pitcher, something we've been struggling in the postseason. Our arms have fallen apart in the postseason before. We've had some terrible pitching. We could throw another piece in here as well. What do we think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Any left field prospects we can get out here? Not even really, eh? A lot of center fielders in our system, and even the right fielders. Do we have any relief pitching prospects for us? What do we think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing. Get that one guy who's B over here. And I could send you back 25B, 21B 61 in exchange for 28C 66. Yeah, it's definitely not ideal going to probably our biggest rival in the Cincinnati Reds. I'm going to say this is a deal that we wait on. If we need to make it, we do it later. But let's wait and see a bit more into the season itself. If he's doing nothing and wasting away, that's maybe a different story. Let's wait a bit more. So there's been a lot of talking and a lot of things we didn't end up doing in this episode. It's more just talking through ideas. But we made some big changes when it came to our bats, of course, in our lineup. This next year, we have Robinson as a full-timer. We have new names in green. We have new Sanchez, Farron, and Castro both coming up. So 4 new bats up here as well. In the pitching rotation, we have the same first 4. Our pitching was good last year in the regular season, but of course the postseason is a different beast. We have totally different long relief. We have a new mid relief in Schmidt. We have a new full-time closer from Bautista in Ramirez. Not new, but just first full season. He had half a season as a closer last year. So should we have made more changes to this squad? That's a question. That is a question. Like Enriquez did not impress me last year. But at the same time, he's 24, he's 85. Sometimes you got to wait on these guys. Do we trade a guy like Enriquez and look to get a bigger name right now? Could we trade Enriquez and Grissom and get another big 90 overall guy in the rotation? Maybe. That's something else to explore. If we want to get someone who's making $8 million or less, are there any crazy pitchers making $8 million or less? Just looking at that. The best pitchers making $8 million or less. Salvador Santana, 1 more year. Oh my goodness. Let's say overall minimum 90. Okay, so there's 3 out here. Okay, yeah, there's some in the 88s. Actually, let's bring it up a little. 88. Okay, so Santana, Edgar Hernandez, we already have, of course. Daniel Espino, another guy. So 2 on the Reds. We don't want to trade with the Reds. Again, 1, 2, 3, all on the Reds. That's crazy. At 4. They're all in the Reds making under $8 million. That's incredible. That's crazy for Cincinnati. Wow. Before I look at Santana, Gavin Williams, 3.87 ERA last year. And Frank Esposito, 3.66. 2 more arbitration years as well for Esposito. Gavin Williams, 6'6". Has the extra pitch as well. I'm definitely not trading De Silva to the Reds, that's for sure. I like Gavin Williams here. 3.5 ERA versus 2.3. Sorry, WAR. Just looking at, just curious. Williams has the higher Ks per 9. What about the pitching clutch here? 70 versus 71. Let me look at that pitching clutch. Yeah, it would only be these 2 above 75. There you go. Gavin Williams, 3.6 million and 1 more year of arbitration. Esposito has 3 years of arbitration, and he's younger. But that probably makes more sense for why the Nationals wouldn't want to do it. But if we trade Enriquez or something, that would also be good for them. Gavin Williams, man. So we'll keep that in mind. Mariners and Nationals. Let's look at Santana. They do it for De Silva. They want a bit more than De Silva, actually. They want a bit more than De Silva. Okay, so Mariners. If we look at taking Gavin Williams, We send you Andreas Enriquez, and we also send you Von Grissom. They like it. They like it, and it helps us in the budgets. They have a lot of money to spend over there. Yeah, the Reds are stacked. We're still out here, Slim. We're still out here. So Gavin Williams for Enriquez and Grissom would go through. And there's also look at the Reds, man. Look at that rotation. There's going to be a scary year. Who was the other team? It was the Nationals. They could afford to move on from Esposito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys were 82 overall plus. So I don't know if they want to take another one back. And they have budgetary constraints, so they can't do Esposito. So it looks like Williams would be the guy if we do it. If we do it, Williams is the guy. Von Grissom moves out for all the reasons that we said prior. And while Andreas Enriquez has not been horrible, he hasn't been amazing in his first 2 seasons. Do we pull the plug on him, or do we give him more time to grow? Gavin Williams, older, higher overall, good numbers, getting better even the last few years. I don't know. So keep that in mind. I just want to look at the depth chart here. What's Enriquez slated to grow to? Enriquez is within a few years. Actually, he won't. Enriquez, where is he? Why is he not on the list anymore? Because he's arbitration. That's why. I can't even see his growth. I want to see what his growth might be. Because Logan, Fuentes, Santana, look at these guys. These guys are going to grow big time. Can we do it without Enriquez? I don't know if we want to do it without Enriquez, though, because we have too many pitchers. We'd have a couple of 81s who need innings in long relief. I don't think we could do it without him. Where am I going? Marlins. Mariners. Gavin. If I just give them Von Grissom, wouldn't be enough. But it wouldn't be far away either. A couple prospects. It wouldn't be that far away. I wish that projected progression would be amazing. It would probably take 2 A prospects, which I'd prefer not to do. So I don't like pulling the plug on a younger player, but we have a lot of good pitchers in our system. We want to be good this year. I'm going to say let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say let's do it. Von Grissom and Andreas Enriquez to the Seattle Mariners for Gavin Williams. Just want to look. Enriquez, we had acquired him. Enriquez. With a trade with Kansas City. Through a trade with Kansas City in 2026. I'm not sure what... that might have been the Isbell trade. Go back in the archives there. And we got Von Grissom from the trade with the Braves. So 4 and 3 years ago, respectively. Oops. Let's do it. Man, we're closing on 2 hours here, so I want to close it up. Marlins. Again, Marlins. The Marlins and the Mariners are like me with Switzerland and Sweden. Gavin in exchange for... Oh, it's probably the Parada trade. That's, I bet, what it was. Oh, I don't know. That was a lot of value, though. It might have been Isbell. Enriquez and Grissom. Let's do it. Pull the trigger. Bang. Gavin Williams, welcome to Pittsburgh. Big trade here for the Pirates. This episode is called Scorched Earth. I wanted to make some bigger deals. If we're not doing De Silva, I wanted to make some large deals. So we traded out some big players. We brought in some new names this offseason. So live. Hello, Data. Oh, DJ, welcome aboard, my friend. We're not done yet. You're here for a perfect timing. So Gavin Williams would slot into the lineup here. De Silva, Hernandez, Williams, Priester, Franco. We move out an 85. We bring in an 88. Hopefully that helps us out. And we'll go from there. So I think we can go ahead and sim to spring training now. It does help the budget as well to move out Von Grissom. Now we have $4.79 million available. And we're still in a deficit because of staff salaries, but whatever. We'll revisit all that in 2032. Reynolds probably can't stay. We'll have to trade Brian Reynolds after this season. I would like to keep Rojas, but we got to trade Brian Reynolds after this year. So that'll be $15 million off the books in 2032. Okay, let's go to spring training. 2 more weeks. No. There. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here for spring training. We don't want to do anything too crazy. We'll just do mostly simulation. We'll just keep an eye on some of the players here who are going to be trying to make an impression. I won't touch anything, honestly. I'll just let it go as is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to auto. We'll see. Lineups and rotations will be set to auto just for spring training. Then I'll change it back later. So let's sim to the last game of spring training. And let's see what our record is by then. So, of course, always take it with a big grain of salt, but hopefully we're above 500. And, yeah, okay, so we're 17-9. Not a horrible record at all. 17-9 here in the Grapefruit League. How is the lineup looking? So, Robinson as leadoff at 269. Rojas, 346. He just wants to make Slim eat those words. 386 for Cassis. That's good. Very nice. Very good. Good batting averages all around. 239 for Elijah Green's the only one. That's a bit concerning, I suppose. Malcolm Nunez looked good at 285. Ramirez, 321. Castro, 125. Yeah. Cry, baby. Cry it all out. Rotations. De Silva didn't look great. De Silva, come on, De Silva. Everyone else looking a bit... Okay. Not great. Not great in long relief. Yeah, relief pitching was not amazing, but these are some of these younger guys that we're not even going to be playing ever. Yeah, Ramirez looks very good. All right, so let me just set it back to manual so the game doesn't do anything crazy. Let's watch the last game now. Here we go. Last game of of spring training. Just fly through it quickly. Not going to be looking at anything in particular. Just want to look at it a little bit. We'll check WAR after this game. Let's make a few changes here as well. Let's bring him in here. Let's bring him in here. Let's bring him in here. Let's try that. All right, let's fly through it. Here we go. There's 4 runs for us. Whoa, big 4-run inning for us in the bottom of the second. We're looking good. All right, let's change up the pitch. Ooh, 2 runs again. Hernandez, good work. We're going to get somebody else in there. Let's see Franco. He didn't look good. Let's give him a chance. He looked all right there in the 5th. 6th, he makes it through. What happened? It's preseason, doesn't mean anything. There you go. Of course. There we go. All right. Franco looked better. His numbers got a little bit better with that outing. Nice. Let's look at Givens. Clifford Givens. Let's give him half an inning. Let's hit here. Swing. Okay, let's just go through a strikeout. Okay, we make it through that inning there. Elijah Green. Gonna ground out. Johnson, we're gonna bring in Kershaw. Why not? Philip Kershaw. Walks, okay. Moncada gonna come out for Nunez, who flies out. Ramirez can come out for Farron, who grounds out. Alright, final inning here. Let's give it to Escalon. No, let's give someone who's actually going to stay on the team. Let's give it to Corey. Seth Corey. End it off, buddy. We're up 6-0. End it up. Line out, double, strikeout, walk. He's going to have the only run. Fly out. Good. All right. Thank you, Seth. So we end off with spring training with a 6-0 victory. Ramirez, player of the game, 2 for 2. Very good. 6-0 victory to end 18-9. Very nice. Spring training has come to an end. You want to see WAR here, Slim? Stats, player stats. WAR in the preseason. If that's, you said preseason means nothing, but I will appease you. 1.6 for Conrad, 1.6 for Moncada, negative 0.9 for Castro, negative 0.6 for Kershaw, negative 0.3 for Farron. Oof. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do now is just make sure we have the lineup set properly. So like Lincoln's moving down. We'll put everybody in the right spot later, but just to move them off the MLB so they don't go through waivers if they don't have to. So he would have to go through waivers here. Burke would have to go through. So maybe we want to look at trading Burke. I don't know. Nunez, yeah, I'll risk moving him through waivers. Kershaw, he can go down, okay. Escalona, yes. Just want to make sure there's no one going down who we don't want to go down. Cameron going down. Logan going down. Okay, it's okay, Slim. It's preseason. To quote you, it's preseason. It's preseason. He would have to go through waivers. Feliz, AAA, and Givens, AAA. Okay, so that's 26. We could survive on 26 here. We have one on waivers here, and Malcolm Nunez will survive if he gets claimed. Because in AAA, well, we'll figure it out once the rosters go back to normal in a moment here. Let's get to the regular season. Yes, and here we are. Roster. So, yeah, 26 out of 26. The MLB roster looks good, I believe. If we go to lineups, this is who we want to be here. Parada, Farron, Ramirez, Castro. Okay, 4 bats on the bench. In the pitching rotation, it would be probably going to have... yeah, we said Franco in here as a lefty, right? Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Slim. The regular season, yeah. So I don't think we can keep Burke and Velasquez here. I think we want to move one of them. I think we probably move Burke. I don't know. He has 8 potential, but we don't need to move him out yet. It's a lot of arms in here, but 61 stamina for Velasquez. Put him in long relief, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of arms up here. It's more arms than I would like to have. But at the same time, there's not anyone who we need to call up from AAA either. You know? So I think we can survive with that amount of arms in the bullpen and go from there. So I'll adjust AAA and AA off stream. And let's just get game 1 going. So in game 1, let's just make sure our roster is ready. So Robinson will be our leadoff against righties for sure with 92 contact. Unless we go Rojas. Rojas has a better power. He's experienced, but let's try and give Robinson that spot. Rojas can bat second, Casas third, Sanchez fourth, Conrad fifth. Should Conrad be here? Conrad's so good. Maybe Rojas comes out for Parada. Because we don't want Parada to miss out. He didn't play enough games last year. Yeah, we'll have to have Rojas DHing probably. So Parada will come out here. Let's put... Sorry. Maybe Johnson? Yeah, maybe Johnson would be good in the number 2 spot here. Robinson, Johnson, Casas, Sanchez, Conrad. Great contact. I don't know, not as much power though. Maybe Conrad should go here. Casas, Sanchez. Then against lefties, probably we'll put him in there. Johnson. Tough call here. We put Johnson in the 5. Elijah Green should be higher up, probably. Everyone's good here. Everyone's good. No one stands out to me as someone who's bad. So Reynolds batting 9th is like, the worst it's going to get. Okay, let's try this. We'll change it over time, but let's try this to start it off. So Robinson, Conrad, Casas. Ooh. Robinson, Conrad, Casas. Robinson, Conrad, Casas. Sanchez, Johnson, Green. Sanchez, Johnson, Green. Moncada, Parada, Reynolds. Moncada, Reynolds, and DeSilva. Okay, but I don't even need to know DH anyways, right? Okay, so lefties. Against lefties now. Leading off against the lefties. Contact against lefties. Maybe Reynolds at 84? No, probably not. Casas too much power. Probably Conrad can lead off then against lefties. Yeah, so Conrad will lead off against lefties. Who should we have as the everyday catcher, though? 84 blocking. He should be the catcher. You know what? I'm going to make that change here. Conrad's going to DH. And Parada will be the actual catcher. With the arm accuracy and all that. Yeah, we'll do that. 80, 74, 51. Looking at arm, accuracy, and blocking. 80, 74, 51... 75, 78, 84. So, yeah, Parada's probably a bit more well-rounded. So, Parada will be catcher. Conrad will DH. Same thing here. And Parada, catcher. Okay. So, lefty. So, Conrad will lead off with his 83 contact. Definitely want Moncada higher in the lineup with his 95 power against lefties. Parada can go deeper in the lineup. Elijah Green. Casas can stay there. Todd Farron... I don't know if Todd Farron's going to be here in this lineup, actually. Henry Castro? Yeah, Castro should be in against righties in the outfield. Sorry, I'm just kind of, working through it in my mind right now. So Casas should be playing left field. Sorry, Castro. Let's get Castro in against righties. And then not in against lefties. Okay, so Castro will play against righties in the 9 spot in the left field. Okay. Good. Oh, Conrad, Green, Cassis. Farron's going to come out. Probably for Ramirez. Correct? Yeah, for Ramirez. Ramirez can be every day against lefties then. Robinson. I want Robinson to play more. He played a lot. Yeah, he was an everyday guy last year. I don't know where he would go exactly. Rojas at shortstop. Actually, we said that Johnson would be shortstop, right? Yeah, Johnson is shortstop here. Good. Yeah, Johnson is shortstop with his attributes. And third base is Moncada. So again here, third base and shortstop is Johnson. Second base could be Rojas here. He's better against righties, though. So is Robinson. So yeah, we're going to have to keep it like that. Appreciate you helping me be the moral support as I talk myself through all of this. Okay. I think we're good then. Now just the order. Sanchez, not as good against lefties. I'd almost take him out against lefties. Maybe, yeah, 84-67 for Reynolds. 54-59 for Sanchez. So let's bring Reynolds in. But does it hurt the defense? That's the thing. It would hurt the defense to have Reynolds in over Sanchez. But you would still have Elijah Green in the outfield and Alex Ramirez in the outfield. And Reynolds in right field is where you'd want him to be. That's where it's the easiest spot, right? So Reynolds probably wouldn't hurt us too badly over Sanchez and probably be more of a help with his bat. Since he's out against righties, we'll keep him in against lefties. So let's try Reynolds there. Johnson can go maybe here. Is Rojas going to play second base, or should we give it to Castro, to Robinson? It won't be a big deal there. I want Rojas to play. He's still got a lot of value, so I want him to play as well. We're just giving the DH to Conrad. That's why he's been really good. So the DH could end up being Robinson. I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll start the year like this, and we'll go from there. We'll start the year like this and see what happens from there. Ramirez in the 4 spot. Let's put Reynolds maybe in the 4 spot. Second base, though. I think he could survive at second base. Probably go... with the better power, should be the 4 or the 5? Probably 4, right, from Moncada? 62 fielding is not horrible. His bats may give enough value. How many errors did he have last year? Do you want to see 4 errors? 11 the year prior, only 4 last year. Fielding percentage of 964. I think he's won a Gold Glove before, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to say let's start the year like this. Okay, so we'll start the year like that and see what happens. And just make sure against lefty. I don't know why this lineup is here, but it always scares me, so I always fill it out anyways. Conrad, Green, Cassis. Conrad, Green, Cassis. Moncada, Reynolds, Johnson. Moncada, Reynolds, Johnson. Ramirez, Rojas. Ramirez, Rojas. All right, let's get game 1 going. The pitching rotation is set. De Silva, Hernandez, Williams, Priester, and Franco. Santana, Corey, Velasquez, Burke, Karinchak, Schmidt, Burke, and Ramirez. 2 Burks. Brock Burke and Basil Burke. Basil Burke. Wow, it's a big day, ladies and gentlemen. We are beginning year number 9 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. We just won 100 games last year. Got frauded in the postseason. I can't even speak. And now we want to try and get a new squad, a new look squad, I would say, going. Lots of new names. Pirates debut for Sanchez, Green, first time being called up, full time for Castro, for Farron. The pitchers we had mentioned. I'm going to stop wasting time. Let's just get to it. We're over 2 hours. Let's get the first game of the 2031 season done, and hopefully it gives us a good momentum into next week's episode. Gary De Silva is going to he became Darcy Fraudster, of course. Gary De Silva will start. He is known for complete games for season openers. Opening day complete games. He's known for it. Let's see if he can keep it up. It's going to be Gary De Silva on the mound facing Oswald Peraza here in Pittsburgh for the first game of 2031. First pitch, ground out. Rogers pops up and Alvarez grounds out. We make it through the inning. There you go. Jose Suarez, 89 overall here. Steve Conrad, he's going to be our leadoff guy to start. Let's give him the chance. Ohio-born, our drafted catcher. Swing, he walks to start it off. Very good. Elijah Green, his first at-bat as a Pirate. Drafted by the Washington Nationals, played with the Rays, and now got traded to the Pirates. He swings, and he doubles, and Conrad is thrown out at home. Wow. Austin Hayes throws him out at home plate, trying to score from first base. At least Green is on base with a double for his first at-bat. Tristan Casas last year, 38 home runs, bat .318 in his first full year as a Pirate. Swing, woohoo, RBI single. Moncada, and he strikes out. He's getting his first full healthy season with us. And the captain, Brian Reynolds, he's back for another season. Swing, ground out. We get a run at least. All right. Hayes flies out. Canario grounds out. Weimer flies out. Tamar Johnson, the former once upon a time NL Rookie of the Year. Here he is, getting a full season. Of all the years he's played with us, I think he's only gotten one, maybe like 3 full everyday seasons. So this year, he's our everyday guy against righties, against lefties. He's an 88 overall. We've seen him get up to as high as 90. Let's go tomorrow. Swing, strikeout. Ramirez line out. And the king, Josh Rojas, will strike out. Sosa, hey, so another Sosa in Chicago. Fly out, strikeout, and error, getting Rafaela to first. I don't think it was a waste. I think he's still at, where is he, 28? We definitely have a lot of time. Fielding error by Alex Ramirez. Cry about that one, Slim. He could have been, maybe. But I don't mind playing Rojas at second base, winning Silver Sluggers, instead of Tamar Johnson at that time when he was batting .240. I'm not going to lose any sleep about that one, buddy. Caught stealing. Ooh, fantastic. All right, Parada will single. Conrad will strike out. Green walks on base 2 for 2 now. Casas strikes out. Moncada grounds out. Peraza strikeout. Rogers double. Alvarez walks for Austin Hayes, who walks. Bases loaded with 1 out for Alexander Canario. Cry harder, man. Just cry harder. We would have won 6 World Series in a row if Tamar Johnson was our starting second baseman instead of the Silver Slugger winner, right? Oh, boy. All right. Canario strikes out. Big strikeout from Gary. Can we get one more here? 2 outs, bases loaded for Joey Weimer, who pops up. Great. Very well done. Okay. Take a little mute. Put user in timeout. Let's go 5-minute timeout. 5-minute timeout there for you, buddy. Reynolds will ground out. Johnson will strike out. Ramirez singles for Rojas, who singles. There he is. He hears Slim's tears, and he slurps them up and gets a single. Parada grounds out. All right, here we are, top of the 5th. Sosa hit by pitch. Come on, De Silva. You just got out of a tight squeeze last inning. Line out, single. So, yeah, it's not that he's not good. It's that he's, of the last 7 postseasons, 2 or 3 losses, I would say, are because of him. But most times, he's just average while the rest of the team falls apart. He's had good postseasons, I'll admit. Runners on first and second, fly out. Rogers ground out. Getting out of it once again, but he's getting tired now. That may have been his last inning. Conrad strikeout. Green solo home run! 2 for 2 on the day. 3 for 3 for getting on base. And Elijah Green, welcome to Pittsburgh. Raise the Jolly Roger for Elijah. Solo home run to put us up by 2 now in his first game in Pittsburgh. Casas strikes out. Moncada grounds out. All right, top of the 6th now. De Silva, you don't have many mistakes left in you, buddy. Walk, double play, great news. Canario ground. All right, he gets out of the 6th inning pretty quickly there. Reynolds pops up. Johnson pops up. Ramirez doubles. Give me a second here. Just needed a little sip. I haven't taken a sip in 2 hours and 8 minutes. Suarez is getting tired. He walks Rojas. Will he get pulled for Parada? Yes, he does. Garrett Hill comes in now. Kevin Parada strikes out. Too bad. All right, Gary. Here we are in the top of the 7th. Single, caught stealing. Ground out, fly out. Amazing. Stevie, ground out, single. Elijah Green, 3 for 3. 4 for 4 for getting on base today. Casas, single. Runners on the corners for Moncada. Sack fly might be worth it here. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Let's try it. He walks even. Whoa! Reynolds, I'd love to try a grand slam here, but I need a run. Sack fly, thank you very much. Johnson grounds out. I'll take the run. We need every run we can get in a tight game like this. Rafaela will single. Peraza singles as well. All right, it's time to pull him, I think. Unless anybody has a big thing about wanting to keep him in. He's getting, yeah, payday. I would say probably time to pull De Silva. With runners on the corners with no outs. Rogers probably bringing a righty here. Unless anybody has something to say about it, I think we'll pull him for, let's say, probably Burke. He's a lefty, though, eh? Maybe Schmidt, then. Schmidt will get his first chance as a Pirate. .66 ERA last year with the Mets. What a crazy year from him. Clark Schmidt, you're coming in, buddy. Let's see if we can get us out of this jam. Pitch, double play! Great start. And Alvarez flies out. Incredible. Well done. All right, Ramirez, bottom of the 8th now. He will ground out. Rojas pops up. Parada strikes out. Top of the 9th. Let's close it out with Ramirez. Antonio Ramirez, our left-handed submarine pitcher. Let's go. Strikeout, line out, and of course, even if Slim is muted, I'm still going to give it to him. He wants to see the submariner. Let's see him close it out. One more out is needed for Antonio Ramirez to get us the opening day shutout victory even. Let's see if we can end it right here with Joey Wiemer at bat. Takes long to load this thing. Leave a like if you haven't already for some good luck here for Antonio Ramirez. There we go. All right. Here we go, Antonio. Wiemer 1 for 3 on the day. The delivery. Ooh, oh, doesn't get the call. The circle change. Just out. Just called just out. But we know it wasn't. 1-0. Delivery. Ooh, four-seam up high. Relax, relax. It's okay. The rain's coming down here in Pittsburgh. 2-0. Swung on. That's going to pop up. Get in there, Reynolds. Get in there. Oh, actually, who was there? Rojas comes in to get it, I believe. And the Pirates hang on for the 3-0 victory to open up this season. There's the stash. Gary looking good. To open up this season with a big dub. You love to see it. Ryan Reynolds is still out there. And is his jersey number wrong? Did I just realize that? Nice opening day win. GG, I like how you slide in the game to view the big moment. Yes, absolutely, DJ. That's exactly what we like to do. We wait for those big moments, we find them, and then we go in to see how they play out. So Gary De Silva gets the win. Only 3 strikeouts, but only gave up 5 hits and 3 walks over 7 innings. Not horrible. And of course, the player of the game, Elijah Green, 3 for 3 with the home run. Don't forget the 4 for 4 stat as well for getting on base. Great night for him. Just make sure copyright, blah, 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 for the music that's playing in the background. All right. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is our stream for this evening. We'll be back live. Okay, I'll fix all this on myself. We'll be back live with the Pirates this time next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, next Tuesday, January 16th, for the entirety of the 2031 season. We will also be live the day after tomorrow, Thursday evening, with the San Francisco Starfleet, also at 7 p.m. Eastern. That is our NHL 24 expansion franchise mode. So a couple of live streams coming your way this week. I'm drinking your tears with this victory, when the rain coming down, Slim. The rain coming down in Pittsburgh were all of Slim's tears, I think. We'll be back soon with the Vancouver Canucks uploads as well. And of course, don't forget about the breaking news and analysis in the real world of hockey. If any more trades come, last night we were live for breaking news on the Cutter Gauthier trade. We'll be live if anything else happens. That video has over 1,000 views already. It's great to be able to have such a large scale discussion for the real world of hockey. Always fun to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me here tonight. Leave any and all of your thoughts on this team, on the lineups, on what we want to maybe do this season down here in the comments on YouTube or over in the Discord server. Link in the description. And we'll talk soon in general, but of course, this time next week for the 2031 season here in Pittsburgh, year number 9. As we look in the bottom left corner, our speed went from 29th to 30th, so that's not good. But our defense did improve from like 28th, I think, to 18th, or was it maybe 27th? I forget, but it has improved. The defense has improved, but the speed has not. Should we look to improve the speed? I don't know. There's a lot to think about. Let me know your thoughts, especially on if we should include the speed. Maybe a platoon bat, moving one of those platoon, bullpen guys, moving like Burke, or probably Burke, for example, and get a speedy platoon bat. that might be an option for us. So I'll be looking forward to hearing your thoughts and seeing you again in the next one, this time next week. Everyone have yourselves a great start to your week. Stay safe with all that snow coming down, especially for those in the Montreal area and a lot more in the world who are affected by it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't go out if you don't have to. Enjoy some franchise mode, and we'll be talking soon. Thanks for being here. Good night, everybody.